Welcome to Political Trendy Radio episode 40 for the 13th of November 2015. A lot of numbers in there. 40, 13, 11, 15. You can email me at ellinthemood@gmail.com. Facebook.com/Political Trendy Radio. Twitter's, of course, at PT Radio 666, and the PTR is capitalized because it's our show. That's what we do. My name is Elliot, the evil fascist Nazi Lindemood, and I'm here with...
I'm Jim. I do my thing.
Come on. Say something. Come on, Eric. Eric. Whatever. That is how
That's
professional...
a dog treat at him.
Yeah, that's how professional we are. We get people who don't understand what the intro is. So why am I an evil Nazi fascist? Well, Saturday, while we were doing the Dungeons and Dragons thing, the late night hangout thing, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I as you know, because I wouldn't shut up about it, I just rediscovered this Wolf Lair radio website, and I noticed how many NSBM bands were on there. Turns out they promoted on Stormfront.
Yeah.
So they're actually, yeah. And I sent some of the bands to a person, not even thinking about political, because I just liked the band, and they charged me of being a Nazi.
That's fucking idiotic. They charge you being a Nazi just because you like the damn music. But then again, that's the fucking society we live in.
Well, it's black metal. A lot of times in black metal, you have a hard time understanding what they're shrieking anyway. At least...
Especially if they're shrieking it in a different language.
Yeah. I mean, okay, there's a band called Der Stormer, which you can kind of understand what they're saying because it's more punk rock, and the lyrics are retarded. I especially like the ode to the nail bomber David Copeland. That was especially stupid.
Sounds fucking hilarious.
Well, of course.
We're going to be all serious and pay homage to this guy that's a complete fucking moron.
Yep. And of course, my objection to things like nail bombing has always been, well, okay, let's say you're really mad at you, but the thing is, nails don't discriminate. Nails will just kill anyone. They don't know that they're supposed to go for a target.
Yeah.
In fact, when David Copeland was, one of those Nazis from England who decided to take out his frustration and unleashed 3 nail bombs, and they only killed straight... I don't know if they were white. I think straight white people rather than the gay Jews, which they wanted to kill. So yeah, nails don't discriminate. But yeah, I love that they paid homage to this complete and utter nut job. Oh, I love it. But yeah, bands like Dark Fury, they're really good. A lot of the Polish bands are really good. You should check out Wolf Lair Radio. Oh, of course, it's named after Hitler's fucking lair, Wolf Lair.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys should listen to it. I doubt a lot of the bands would be happy to be lumped in with this crowd. Like, they also play Slayer, Overkill, and Iron Maiden. I heard. But it's the only radio station I know that plays true metal. There's no
that
even
would also
metal
play his core.
Even Metal Assault Radio, which plays a lot of cool metal bands like Asheron, will play a Slipknot song, and you're just like, oh, you just killed my good time there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Wolf Lair has no core. I mean, unless it's hardcore punk. I heard one Screwdriver cover, which was okay. Speaking of Nazi punk, I downloaded the Bound for Glory discography, and that's all your fault, Jim.
Yeah, it is my fault. I liked their stuff.
I guess they were an oi band before they became more crossover, but to me they still sound punk. But yeah, I remember you shared Dr. Martin Dental Plan. Nobody else liked it but me. I was like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's because they heard, oh my god, racism. It's like,
yeah.
dude, who gives a shit they're racist? I like the theme of the song. You're cleaning your boots after curb stomping someone.
Well, yeah, I don't think that has any racist lyrics in it. It's just about skinheads and fighting. I mean, if you want racist songs by Bound for Glory, I could show you, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I didn't hear any racism. I looked up the lyrics just because I wanted to see what all they
There's
were
like
saying.
2 lines in the entire song, and that's it. You know, ooh, wow. And once again, I always state my problem with neo Nazis is the fact that they're fucking way too damn selective and they let the idiots in. All you gotta do is nod and agree, and it doesn't matter how stupid you are. Just fucking kill the idiots. But they
That's
don't.
that's my problem with neo Nazis and music. They will like any shite band you throw at them as long as they agree with their belief. I mean, because I didn't really care about NSBM. I mean, the old me would have been horrified, and then the new me, every time one of my friends would post, I'm just like, this is awful. But I've actually found some decent. But yeah, they tend to like anything. There's a song called Waste of Life, Wasted Life. I mean, on Ian Stewart, he's the Screwdriver singer, his solo album, and there's 2 lines of oh, someone's microphone.
It's Eric.
Oh,
What?
he's oh, you're here. You missed the
Yeah.
intro, stupid.
Sorry about that. I was in the
Back
restroom.
away a little bit because your microphone's really bleeding into the.
Okay.
We need to buy him a set of headphones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh, there's 1 line or 2 lines that are vaguely, it's you have seen your country invaded and possessed. They treat you and your countrymen worse than all these guests, which is a fairly innocuous line, really. Um, but the song's not even about Nazi. It's about someone who's basically a heroin addict and how much Ian didn't like drug addicts. It's a good song.
But I guess
It's
drug addicts are a race now.
well, yeah. It's an acoustic song. It's actually really good. I'll show you it um, later. But yeah, so I'm an evil fascist
Talking about
Nazi.
how shitty a lot of those bands are. It's like fucking 99% of like the shit my neo-Nazi friends shared with me back in the day was complete bullshit. They were all fucking Screwdriver rip-offs, and they did it poorly enough to the point where I can't even like really listen to Screwdriver that much anymore because they all tried to emulate it and just sounds like shit. So there's only like 1 or 2 bands I actually like out of the whole entire fucking everything they tried sharing with me.
Yeah, there's only 1, 2 kind of bands that like that. Screwdriver's good. The rest of Ian's thing. The Klansman is a particularly funny one. I mean, the whole concept of using rock music as a tool of white power is hilarious, especially if you read later on that Screwdriver went more bluesy and metal. Uh, but early rock and roll, which by the way the KKK hated, singing about singing about the KKK, I think that was hilarious. I've never gotten more laughs than listening to that band. Um, oh yeah, I still got to send you some of that stuff. I keep forgetting because I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm. But that happens.
Yeah, it's true. But oh yeah, the NSBM is actually pretty good. I mean, if you like raw, like Scott was talking about 1349, he says it's good music, but he prefers more raw. We actually agree on something here. So
Yeah.
I said, okay, you want raw, and I sent him a couple. I think I sent him Dark Fury and a couple other bands. He's like, yeah, that's what I was like. How you listen to Nazi black metal? You're a racist now.
Enjoy. Oh,
You're
fuck.
you're enjoy. You son of a bitch, Eric.
Yes.
Oh, I have to keep you on. I have to keep calling your name to make sure you don't run off on me.
Uh, I'm just sitting here listening to you banter on.
Um. So yeah, it's been a weird week for everyone, I think. Maybe not Jim. I don't know if your week's been weird, but
No, I've just been thinking of different fucking NPCs and shit, flushing out the damn world when I'm not at work.
but me, Scott, and Annika have both had various personal travails. So
Yeah. Go on about the others, cause
no, but it was just funny because it was kind of a late night comparing notes about how much our year sucked. Because I was like, yeah, on the upside, I started PTR and met all of you, and on the downside, I started PTR and met all of you.
Ha!
yay. Now that's the way to look at life.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's, but things happen, and whether you like it or not, shit
Mm.
can hit the fan, and then you just kill Eric.
Yeah, kill me and then I'll come back to life so you can kill me again.
He wants to be a zombie. Good, I have a volunteer for my experiments.
Okay. Jim, tell me where to sign up, okay?
I gotta acquire the chemicals first.
Alright. Just message me on Facebook when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, I'm actually impressed with Eric. He hasn't made one crack about Friday the 13th.
Wait, I'm still waking up, dude. I've been in a sleepless stupor for the last few hours.
I went to sleep at 4 and woke up about 7:30.
I went to sleep at 10 and woke up at 4:30. That's a new record for me.
Yeah. Although yesterday I went to bed at 5, woke up at 2 p.m. I was like, what the fuck?
Don't you just hate it when that happens?
Nah, not really. Not like I do anything anyway.
What about you, Jim?
What? What am I supposed to hate now?
Don't you hate it when you can't sleep and then you fall asleep early morning and then you wake up at like 2 or 3 p.m.?
I wish I could do that. I can't. I
Oh.
gotta go to fucking work, you moron. Get a job. You'll have a normal sleeping pattern then. And if you don't, you're gonna have to force yourself to wake up balls ass early.
Yeah, that's what it was like when I was at fucking school. Is like I wouldn't wake up early. I just like at maybe 1, I was like, I can maybe get 4 hours of sleep, or I could just stay up all night and just sleep in class. Let's see. I think I'll look on the internet some more.
I slept in class, aced every test.
Nice.
I even made high honor roll a few times in grade school, middle school, once in high school.
I could have taught the class in history, but unfortunately, didn't care about actual history. It was just names and dates, and I was trying to explain to the class how this relates to that, relates to this, relates to that, which is happening in today's world, which could relate to this, which is might be happening in the future. But all they were like was, "What year, what day did Abraham Lincoln give the Gettysburg Address?" I was like, "I don't fucking know. During the Civil War. I don't care." But I know how that relates to
Name,
this.
names and dates are fucking bullshit. It's what happened and why it happened that is most important to learn in history. Otherwise, you're gonna fucking repeat the same mistakes over and over again.
I mean, I have a vague idea of when everything ended. Like, I mean, there are, okay, a few dates, like Pearl Harbor, kind of stick in my mind or whatever, like one or two. I have years when things happen. Like, I know the Civil War ended in 1865, and Lincoln was killed in 1865, and the, you know, American Revolution ended in 1783 or whatever. I know years, but I've always been fairly shit with dates anyway, because there are, kind of a lot of them in the year, 365 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been more interested in what happened and what led up to it, and are we still feeling repercussions? Is it, I mean, people could say, some would say we're still feeling repercussions from the Civil War in terms of how the South views the North. You know,
Mm-hmm. I mean,
um,
there's all kinds of fucking crazy shit you could be learning in history, but no, it's names and dates. It's the boring part of history, not the cool part. Hopefully,
yeah, that's why I fucking was like, like I finished the book by December, and then went back and watched documentaries and read other books on it, and by like February, every question I was raising my hand, literally going on 50-second to 70-second spiels about how, oh, here's something else you didn't know. I actually freaked out my class by telling them that the Nazis would use the fat of dead Jews and gypsies as soap. They didn't really like that information. I'm like, tough shit, it happened.
Well, they didn't like that information probably because whenever you were in school, it was after Fight Club was made and then became popular, after it went to video. And one of the jokes was, we're selling people's fat asses back to them because they fucking steal fat from a liposuction clinic and then turn it into soap and sell it back to rich people at inflated prices.
Hey, why not? Well, I guess what happened later, I found out that it was one of those student teacher things, and she had someone observing her, and she was like horrified to hear me say that. But I was like, if you run from the truth, you're just gonna be ignorant your whole life. This is what happened, people. But I got in trouble for insulting religions too, all the time. Like I would always say, well, the Christians did this, which in my opinion was kind of pathetic. And they're like, you're not supposed to insult religions. I'm like, hey, I calls it as I sees it.
Mm, hey, anymore, they want to teach you how to think, not. They want to teach you what to think, not how to think.
Yes, I learned neither from them. I had to learn how to think by myself and what to think by myself. Uh,
Now, back when I was in school, yeah, they taught you more of how to think, not what to think. The teachers did not try pushing an agenda, at least in my school. That much I will give them credit for. Even the ultra conservative one that did let his beliefs come out, he would always present his beliefs because we were talking about American political behavior. Whenever he discussed his beliefs, he would always counter it with what he read up on the other side of things. So he'd try to counter himself, to try to present both sides. They don't do that anymore. They just railroad you with one view.
yeah, well, they don't even railroad you with a view. They railroad you with pretty much a central thing, and then before you can ever even make your mind up, it's onto the next thing. They try to be as it's not even that they're railroading you with a view. They don't let you think of views. They just kind of parade it down the center, give you a little bit of the facts, and then move on to the next thing because we've got a quiz on Thursday. Uh, Whereas I'm like, no, wait, let's stop and examine this for a second. Let's stop and examine how this relates to America's behavior. How the revolution, even. I know it's 200 something years ago, people, and I know that's a long time ago, but America's behavior in some aspects is still like the revolution. They still act like they're the tiny, militia colonies, uh, or the people still act like that rather than what they are, which is some sort of abomination thing. Let's look at no, we have a quiz on Thursday. Trying to educate you people, and it's sad that it's a student is trying to educate the teacher and the people.
Yeah.
That's pathetic. But I don't know. History was always my passion. I also liked, some science. I was never really good with earth science, although I found it was interesting. And human science, like biology, I was like, but how machines worked. That's what always interested me. Not so much computers, because quite frankly, they baffle my mind. You tell me that switches turning off, on and off, and math makes this possible. And even though I know it exists, and even though I know it's the, you know, it's still hard to comprehend. computers. But it's like cars, bridges, shit like that. I love it. Reading about the invention of the television. Yes, I'm a huge nerd.
I fucking loved learning about fucking nuclear science.
Oh
It was
yeah,
really, really, really fucking watered down.
yeah.
Like, nuclear physics is what we were learning. And I learned enough to make the bomb.
Nice.
0.81 centimeter little octagon thing you put in kind of like a sphere kind of shape around the material, so that way, in theory, the neutrons would hit it at the same time from the substance you were using, which was duridium or tritium. It was one of the
Tritium.
fucking, yeah,
It's tritium.
yeah. I knew it was like weird hydrogen with water molecule.
That's why everyone says, well, if you just stop making tritium, um, you know, that kind of ends the whole arms race.
Yeah, but you can't because it does naturally occur, just in
Yeah.
very, very minute portions.
Yep. But ladies and gentlemen, the world's most dangerous man. He knows how to make the bomb.
Unfortunately, I do not know how to do so safely. I would need about
Say,
1,000 people willing to die for me in order to make it. I only need them working a dozen at a time, so it'll only be like a dozen dying at once, but I still need about 1,000 people to die for me.
I'll go start. I'll go start rounding up like depressed scientists.
Because well, they don't even have to be scientists, they just gotta know how to flip the switches. Because
Eric,
it's the refinement process that, I don't know how to protect people from the radiation of that.
Eric, your life's pretty worthless. You're number
Uh,
one.
I guess, sure, why not?
Hey, it's like Shining. You're getting. I saw the funniest interview with the singer of the black metal band Shining. Um, he was actually trying to teach the interviewer how to do his job.
Beautiful.
He's
Finally, someone has something interesting on their fucking Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll return to Shining later. Anyway, something interesting. Go.
On Friday, October 13th, in the year 1307, King Philip of France, with the consent of Pope Clement V, accused the Order of Knights Templar of heresy to relieve their debts from them. They were tortured into confession and burned at the stake.
I didn't know that. I know a little bit about the Knights Templar. Well, yeah, now they're called Satanists.
Yay, Satan. Too
Uh,
bad that's not right.
yeah, right. um, yeah,
I mean, it's not like they were fucking innocent. I mean, they fucking raped, loot, and pillage just like, all holy knights did.
I've heard from inside sources that the you know how there's conspiracy theories about the Masonic Lodge. I've heard they're
Yeah.
not altogether unfounded. I mean, they were never, evil or they were never, hell bent on taking over the world. But there were some rights and shit.
Yeah.
Of course now everything's all Christian with them.
Slaughter everyone. Eat a
But
queer for a crack lord baby.
yes, Shining is the one who says that their music is to force feed people self-destructive images, and suicide, and basically he's my new personal hero.
Woohoo.
Oh, was that the video you were gonna send me, Elliot?
That's the interview I sent you right there. But
Alright.
there's another one that I found that was 50. You like the guy. He likes Guns N' Roses and all the shit you like.
Okay.
Yeah, you can talk to him about. But anyway, he was like, okay,
This is beautiful. I
what
see
year?
racist humor.
What
Go
what
ahead.
year did what year? Because the interviewer was asking him kind of fairly basic questions about your last album. He's like, no, because he found out that the guy was a journalist. He's like, no. Here's what you've got to do. Okay, when did you lose your virginity?
Okay.
Come on. Answer the question.
I was 17 actually, just a couple months shy of 18.
See, those. Yeah.
Ironically, here's the fun part of that. The girl I'm currently with is the one who popped my cherry.
That's just odd.
Granted, there were a lot of girls after her up until I caught back with her. It's just weird that it worked out like that.
No shit. But yeah, he was asking questions about he was like, yeah, I even did it with my grandmother one time. I was like, too much information, dude. Uh, at 12, he was already playing black metal. So, but yeah, it was a funny interview. I really do think the guy's bipolar because like he was just talking and all of a sudden he started yelling at this one guy to sit down because I guess he wanted to. It was funny. He was just like, and sit down before I get angry. Yeah, I'm trying to get him on the show.
I actually see kids posting this shit, and it makes my heart skip a few beats, giving
But
me a little bit of hope for the human species. If your phone gets wet, try putting it in dry rice. At night, the rice will attract agents who will fix your electronics for you. Racist humor, people. Gotta love it.
I know.
that's Jim. Oh, that's so racist.
Exactly, Ariat.
If we have any Asian listeners, we're sorry if we didn't offend you.
We'll try harder next time.
Yes, we must defend everything.
Well, it's funny if you think about it, because I've always been my heroes, quote heroes unquote, have always been fairly self-destructive people. There's G.G. Allen, there's Dead from Mayhem, there's other punk and metal musicians, but I've always liked people who basically wanted everyone, including themselves, to die. I thought Shining was an act for the longest time because, it just sounds so far fetched, but I don't know. Listening to the guy, it doesn't really sound like an act. It sounds like, he's actually been diagnosed with bipolar and I think it was antisocial personality disorder or paranoid schizophrenia.
All right, those are fun disorders to have.
Yep. I've been diagnosed with everything from ADD to autism, so.
Yep, may as well just roll with it. There's not a single sane person on this planet. We're all out to kill each other.
Never sociopathy, which I was always surprised about. Of course, I was always good at hiding some of the things. Like they only did talking tests. They never did like any we're gonna monitor his behavior or whatever. And I just wanted to get the hell out of there, so I was pretty good at hiding my hidden desire to basically stab them in the eyes with forks and just watch their eyes bleed out of their skulls.
Oh, fuck. I did so many things in the loony bin when I was a kid. I mean, I was fucking suicidal at the time, because I was a fucking pussy. But
Yeah.
it was funny. There was this one time that, I forget what the fuck happened. It just set me off and I wanted to die. So I started slamming my head against. They have this glass. It's got this wire mesh and it's supposed to reinforce it, make it unbreakable because it was kind of plexiglass on top of it. And I started smacking my head against it because I didn't have any other way to try to do myself in. And the staff were like, go ahead, see what happens. Ha ha ha. Well, finally, I smacked it so many times and hard enough that I shattered the plexiglass. And then I had 6 staff members on top of me trying to fucking subdue me before they threw me in the seclusion room.
Nice.
They thought, nothing was going to happen. Here, something happened.
And that's how you live your life.
Yeah, even when I was a pussy, I was hardcore.
You have the best stories ever.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Anarcha thinks he could beat you if he remembered what he was doing, and I don't think so.
I do not think he could
No.
because
Anybody could beat Jim.
I might know a few people, but unfortunately they're
oh,
dead.
there are people that can beat me. I'm actually friends with a couple that can. Of course, one of them's dead. The other one, though, I don't bring up his name at all because, there's things that we did together. Then there's the stories he told me, which sometimes I take credit for them because they're good stories, but he doesn't want to be associated with shit because he's become an adult and
Okay,
has responsibilities and may lose job if it was ever found out that he did any of this shit.
okay,
All that if
here,
he's even friends with me.
here. Because I'm going to be a diplomat. Take credit for a story. Go.
Take credit for a story.
Well, now,
Okay.
we got to
Well,
hear it, but if you want to take credit, definitely.
one time I was charged with a pyrotechnics charge, which I think is totally bunk because I never saw it on the law books anywhere before. Usually, you'll see something like attempted arson or,
Hmm.
fucking, making a bomb or something. But this was none of that because what happened was I started mouthing off to a group of fucking bikers and they started fucking get riled up and try to gang up on me. So I broke out a fucking road flare and started fending themselves off of me with the road flare. And they had to call the police because they deemed me too fucking insane, and that's how I got a pyrotechnics charge.
Too insane for bikers. That's a good. I was gonna say I know some people who
I
can.
don't know if it was a 1%er bar or not, but it'd be that much more hardcore if the 1%ers called the cops.
Oh shit! Chains. He's too insane for me, because all the fucking bikers, at least in the movies, have nicknames or whatever. No, I was gonna say I know a couple people who might be harder than you. People like I don't know, G.G. Allen.
Or, yeah, G.G. Allen, or maybe Seth Putnam.
Yeah, but tellingly, one died before Jim's age, and one died a couple of years after Jim's age. So.
Oh my god, there's a fucking severed penis on the side of the road.
Side of the road. Found a severed dick on the side of the road.
Yes.
That's a reference to a new Guar song you might not have heard.
I might not have heard a new Guar song. They're making new shit again?
Well, no, it's off their last album.
Okay, which
What?
album was their
Battle,
last?
Battle Maximus.
I think I got it. I just haven't listened to it that much.
If you
I
like
just bought it
thrash,
like a couple weeks ago. I liked what I heard. I just didn't get the time to get into it.
yeah. See, the first Guar album I heard was Beyond Hell, and I heard they were more like a punk metal band, so I was really confused about why something got so serious. Then I kind of read the story. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. And then I got like We Kill Everything, Carnival of Chaos, and was like, oh, okay, this is silly Guar, and this is heavy Guar, and this is in between. And now I have everything, including their Slaves Going Single album, which is a bunch of side projects and shit. Um,
Yeah, I got
someone,
Battle
someone,
Max.
someone doing construction in the background.
Not that I know of. Not here.
What the fuck is that hammering noise? Is that me or is that Eric?
Not me.
The only thing that's going on here is my fucking computer's fans blowing at a million.
Hang on a second. Oh, it's someone has a hammer outside, and that is what I'm hearing. I was like, what the fuck is that banging? That was really annoying. Anyway, yeah, Slave. I tried to track that down for years. Finally found it downloaded and was like, fuck yeah.
Download of what?
Slaves Going Single.
Oh, okay.
One thing I did manage to track down, only cost me $25, was the Death Piggy discography.
Ooh. That's nice.
Do you know who Death Piggy is?
Yeah, I know who Death Piggy is. That was fucking Dave Brocky's band.
Before Guar. Yes. Yeah, I found it. It's very silly. It's hilarious. Uh, that was weird. That was an odd sound. That was cool.
Yeah.
Odd sounds.
Oh God. I like
Uh,
music. Anyway,
I finished my Coke and I'm too lazy to get up. We went to a Costco. I don't know if they have Costco's in Pennsylvania.
Costco. I don't know. I think we do. I
It's the
just haven't
place.
seen one in a. I just don't think I've ever seen one.
If anyone's ever seen Costco, you know what it is. It's a store where most of the people there don't fucking buy food. They just like eat free samples all day.
Yeah, these samples are so great.
Something I've partaken in when I was living with fucking puke, and we neither had food nor home. We lived in some. You ever lived in an abandoned motel?
Have I ever lived in an abandoned motel? No.
Yeah, I did for about 3 months. A couple, maybe 4 or 5 summers ago. It was fun. Up north, we would go to fucking like church functions and claim we were a Christian band. They claimed we were like a Christian hard rock band, and then I would fucking get up there, and my friends were on the instruments, and I'd be like, "This is a Christian song. Kill the Christian, kill the Christian, kill the Christian, dead."
So
Uh,
you would do deicide for them.
oh God, a forbidden light. But anyway, we had no food nor place to really live at the time, so we were living in fucking some squat, and we uh, for food, we were like, hey, let's go to fucking Costco all day and look at the free samples. But anyway, Costco's a place where everything's big, massively big. So we bought like a 30 pack of Rockstar.
Okay. So it's kind of like a fucking Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I haven't been to fucking. Yeah, I haven't been to Sam's Club in years. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It's like Sam's Club, only bigger. Like the store's bigger.
Oh, that's good.
I've always joked that at Costco you could buy hookers, but you have to buy the 12 pack.
That's what fun is.
You know what else fun is?
Hmm.
Ripping Eric's guts out.
Oh, yes. Harry Carey, you just take the fucking sword and fucking cut yourself up from the gut up to your rib cage, let your guts spill out on the ground.
Yes. Do it. And then
So
film it.
you want me to commit seppuku?
Yeah,
Yes,
there we go.
and then we'll do Sepultura, which Max Cavalera thinks it means dancing on your grave. Speaking of
And shoot,
dancing on,
while
what?
you're doing that, you have to kick the chair out from underneath yourself so that, like, you get hung at the same time. That
Wonderful.
little extra jarring action to make sure all the guts come out.
Yes, and when you hang, you will relieve yourself.
So do I have to be sober when I'm doing this?
No.
No.
Okay.
Speaking
Actually,
of
the more drugs you're on when you do it, the more entertaining the talk screen will be when the cops start going over it.
speaking of dancing on your grave and the band who made the song, Phil Taylor from Motorhead died.
Yeah.
The I don't want to say the original drummer because I think there was a drummer before him, but the first drummer everyone remembers, who played on all the early albums.
Poor Lemmy is devastated, and hold on, let me. He said that it's really pisses him off that filthy animal is dead and George Bush is still alive.
Yeah, well, Lemmy, um, you've actually outlived him by 8 years, so or however old he is. So I'd say Lemmy's got like maybe a year left. And when he dies, there's gonna be a lot of fucking Motorhead posts. Personally, Motorhead's cool. I don't really have any of their shit because it's 23 albums of the same damn song. That's my problem with Motorhead. But whatever, they do what they do.
Yep, that's what they do.
Just
Yeah.
hoping Ozzy Osbourne dies soon.
Wait
I
till the
was so hoping he was going to die on stage while I was there.
I've actually read Osbourne's book.
Mm. Any good?
It's okay. I mean, if you can get it for free or for under $10, but it's not really worth paying. I mean, it's interesting if you want to read about the early days of Sabbath and his thoughts and his fucking stupid reality show. But yeah, it's not bad for. I mean, I didn't pay for it, so I guess I can't really complain, can I? Yeah, it's good. So, sorry that black metal thing's not in fucking paragraphs. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just a huge fucking wall of text. I'd have to sit there and read it in clips. And of course, I know why the fuck you don't know that.
It's okay. I have another thing that's in EPUB that's in paragraph forms. I just sent you the book, so I'll send you that after we're done with this.
Yeah.
Because I think you'll like it. It's about bands, and you might learn like. I hate those music books like that because I had to stop reading and go, oh, gotta check that band out. Ooh, gotta check that band out. Ooh, gotta check that band out. Ooh, gotta check that band out. And I was like 3 hours later, and I was like at page 40.
Bacon and cheese rolled in bacon bread.
Gimme. I'll
Yes.
die, but it'll be a fucking great death. Fucking, I can already feel my like blood thickening.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, the whole thing about the music is interesting to learn their history and their thoughts, but it's also interesting because of that I had looked up bands that I had previously discounted, like Graveland and Enslaved, and were like, hey, this is actually pretty good. So yeah, I will send you the Adobe Digital Editions book of the same name, if I remember what your email is, which I think I do.
It's somewhere on there.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it is.
Snow White got kicked out of Disneyland.
For doing too many drugs.
Apparently, she was sitting on Pinocchio's face, screaming, "Lie to me, you bastard! Lie!"
I'm supposed to be offended by that, but that was too funny.
You're not supposed to be offended by anything. That's how you mature. You learn how not to be offended.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's great. I always thought Snow White was an acronym for cocaine. Or an acronym, or it's euphemism. Whatever, fuck.
Yeah, that sounds great there. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
She lived with 7 men. I wonder what she did.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I think I saw that porno.
So did I. I saw it. It was fucking hilarious.
Not as good as Edward Penis Hands, though.
That I have yet to find.
It's available. Scott didn't believe it was real until I charged him to look it up on YouTube, and he saw the trailer, and after 5 minutes of laughing, because it's a guy with dicks for hands.
Yes, we know this. Even though I haven't seen it, I could tell exactly where it was going just with the title.
Yeah, there's that great scene where he's eating.
Oh, that's gotta be wonderful.
You need to find it on a torrent or something and share it with Eric.
Oh,
Eric,
oh.
do you remember?
There
Do you
used
remember?
to be this one fucking site that did like special effect crap, and one of the special effects they did was they put a vagina in the back of a woman's head so that the cock would come out her mouth.
That is a pure head fuck. Literally.
Yeah.
Literal head fuck.
Whatever happened to that shit? That sounded fucking amazing.
We need to make more movies. There needs to be an Edward Penis Hands too.
The Revenge. You see, whenever you say part 2 to anything, just add the words The Revenge, and it makes it 10 times cooler.
Well, I was joking about sequels, and I said, oh, someone's just joined or something?
I don't know.
Something beeped.
Hello from the world of tomorrow.
Hi, Futurama character.
It's just me, Chris.
Oh, hey.
What you guys talking about?
I forget. Oh,
Western
yeah,
Pickens.
Edward Penis Hands. Oh, yeah, well, I was going to talk about sequels, because Eric likes sequels. And I said something to the effect of, next they're going to make Star Wars Part 28. This time it's slightly more personal than last time, where I also said it was personal. Yeah.
All I want for Christmas is an immortal soul.
All I want for Christmas is the beating heart of someone I don't like.
We're talking about Christmas in this conversation, and in Nadia's hangout, they're talking about Christmas to some extent. It's funny.
I wasn't there.
Okay.
Christmas is a great time to defecate on your neighbor's lawn. That reminds me.
Oh, go.
This one guy I knew, he was fucking... You'd swear he was a crackhead if you didn't know any better. He did a lot of coke, though. Anyways, he was so fucked out of his skull one day. It was Christmas Day, like around 3, 4 a.m., and snow was everywhere outside, and he ran to various houses, broke into them, and stole their Christmas pretty much. And, the snow's outside, and everyone, and the cops were it was so easy for the cops to follow, the footsteps up to his apartment where he thought he was hidden real well. But when the cops came in, they busted him with not only all the shit there, but he had his pants down masturbating to fucking gay porn while his wife and kid were in the other room sleeping.
Wow.
That has to be the dumbest guy I've ever heard of.
Yeah. We called him Boomhauer because he kind of talked like Boomhauer
You
from...
know what you mean when I was saying that you do that thing right, and like.
His famous quote was, one time, there was this puppy. Never mind. It was cold outside. Cocaine.
He later joined the band Airborne. Fuck what it's called. Someone say something. Fuck.
You couldn't see that, but I was doing the air guitar.
Does it look like we care?
Take that, bitch.
So that was the day Boomhauer stole Christmas.
You're a mean one, Mr. Boom.
The day Boomhauer stole Christmas. Written by Sir James Thompson, Esquire.
Oh, God. It's just weird. I have so many stories, but the problem is remembering them all because I gotta think back through all those haze of drugs and shit.
How much drug, drinks, things you've taken.
I
Oh
do
God.
not understand the question.
How much drugs have you taken?
Let's see. In my lifetime, probably about at least 1,000 hits of LSD within a span of like 5 years.
So is that a lot?
Yeah, that's a shit ton. Comparative for 5 years. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm,
LSD is fun, especially if you're blind.
I don't know exactly how many fucking pounds of pot I would have smoked in my life.
We need to
Oh,
pray for Elliot, for his sight. Well,
Pray for Satan.
yes, Satan. Satan will give you sight.
No, I don't want sight. Everyone knows I don't fucking want sight.
he wants a blunt. That's what he wants.
Oh, I mean, people have
Blind
asked me.
blowjob.
People have asked me if you could get your sight back. Would you get your sight back? And my answer has always been no.
Because you were born without sight, ergo you can't get it back.
Yeah, but also it's just how I've lived my life. Would you want to be blind right now? No, you wouldn't want to be blind because you've lived your whole life sighted. You'd have to relearn your whole life. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there'd be all this fucking new information flooding your face. You'd be like, ah! It'd feel like you're on acid, even though you're sober. Then you'd fucking get all suicidal and blow your face off.
I mean, yes, I get to see how hot Jinx Dawson is, but, you know. After that, I'd be like, okay, I'm done seeing.
And that's when you take the lighter to your eyes.
I've seen what I wanted to see.
Seen too much. Too much chaos and anger and rage in this world. I want to be blind
Wait.
forever.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Just rambling.
Too much anger and chaos.
Chaos.
There's not enough.
Thank you. Jim
Oh.
gets it.
Oh. How much chaos does there have to be?
There's no one running down my street masturbating with their face on fire.
Well, that's not chaos. That's comedy.
I've scheduled a meeting, Jim, but unfortunately I can't get any flights to Pennsylvania, so I have the lighters and I have everything else, but they think I'm gonna blow up the plane, so
Yeah, they kind of think that about me too. I'm probably on like 16 no-fly lists and don't know it because I never fly.
shit. I was gonna say come out to LA, but I guess you can't, so
Well, I could. It's continental U.S. I could drive, but it would take me like days to get there. Then I'd be able to spend like maybe 1 or 2 days. Then I'd have to spend days coming back. Like maybe like 2 or 3 if I'm like driving like a nut and shit in a car that's better than my own.
I mean LA's actually kind of the headquarters for PTR if Akaza's gonna move here, so yeah, everyone in PTR should take a fucking vacation to LA. We can come out and have like a fucking live show.
You'll need a
Like a-
bullwhip if he moves out there.
James, you're wearing a fedora, aren't you?
No,
No? That's just a picture then. Okay.
it's just a fucking cowboy hat, not a fedora. There's a difference.
Okay. Okay. Also, you look like the brown-haired version of TJ.
TJ, who the fuck's TJ?
The Amazing Atheist.
Oh, the fucking idiot, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him. I mean, I guess he's cool because he's politically incorrect or something, but I just never thought he was that interesting or funny or really anything interesting or just kind of a.
My main thing is like his spiel is all about being atheist. It's like how many times can you hear there is no God with different inflections and it still be interesting?
True. I like the people who maybe have different accounts, but they talk about other things. They have review sites and things like that. Or I listen to very few atheist
It's more entertaining.
vloggers or whatever.
It's
And
more entertaining to listen to different religions because there's going to be different mythos, and even within the same sect, there's going to be different takes on that mythos. Especially when you got hellbrand preachers and shit like that going.
Oh yeah, Mac Thomas is a prime example of that.
if I do listen to atheists, they tend to be. I tend to listen to only 2 or 3 videos, maybe a month or something, or just whatever. If a title strikes me, like with Zach Black and his Satanism thing, he's probably the only Satanism thing I listen to, and uh, I only watch a couple of his videos if his titles are interesting. I mean, I'm not saying he's not interesting. It's just that it's just I tried listening to the Thinking Atheist, and after about 5 episodes, I pretty much heard everything there is to hear. I mean, the Satanism one was interesting, and some of his stories are interesting. And if you were just to tell stories about his fucking former Christian past, that would be kind of cool. But then he'd open it up to interviews and calls, and I'm just like, yeah,
I'll agree with
I've
you.
heard this thing
Religious
before.
stories are freaking awesome and hilarious and just entertaining as hell because they just.
I mean, he was talking about how the Christians really think and things like that, and it's interesting hearing stories like. But then he's like, okay, now we're gonna go to the phones, and what do you think? I think Christians are bad. Okay, you're the 700th person who said that this week. And while
In
I
the
agree,
past 5 minutes.
yeah, and while I agree, it's getting old. Yeah, it's
There's just so much idiocy. It's like,
I mean,
the one thing always gets my head fucking hurting is whenever it's like, I'm smarter than you because I'm an atheist. You realize that being an atheist means you agree with one statement.
yeah.
There is no God.
Yeah, that's retarded.
I mean,
Hey.
Ayn Rand was an atheist. So
Yeah.
my mother's like, well, why don't you like her then? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, you
She's
could
a
be a
cunt.
rocket scientist, or you could be a complete fucking dim-witted retard that even other retards say you're retarded.
I mean
And be an atheist at the
that's
same
a
time.
problem I had was. Do you remember when the atheist guy killed the Muslim guy? I think maybe last year. I think it
I
was last
probably
year.
heard about it.
But all I heard was this person was literally like, "I'm shocked that a fellow atheist would do such a thing," and I'm just like,
So you're telling me atheists aren't human beings anymore? Good to know. Thanks for calling.
yeah, I'm like, okay. Just because someone is an atheist doesn't mean, stupidity. I mean, I'm friends with some atheist, vloggers, and they're always like, "Why don't you want to listen to my thing?" I'm like, "Dude, you're a nice person. You're very smart. You're very fucking cool, well spoken. I've heard it all before. Unless I'm guessing it, unless I'm guessing, or you've changed the subject and I'm going to talk about something that I haven't heard before. Why would I want to listen to it?
Yeah,
Sorry,
let's hear something different other than
you're.
there is no God, or let's make fun of Christians today.
I mean,
Or let's take the holy book as literally as possible. Any holy book.
That was fun the first time I heard it, though.
Yeah, the first time you heard it, but then everyone does it. It's like, oh God, why?
I mean, like I said, I'm friends with some people like that. They're like, well, why don't you want to watch my videos? I'm like, look, we talk about this to each other, and you talk about it on your thing. That's enough for me. Unless you want to host a hangout and have me guest on it, then I'll be glad to join in. But really, I don't need to watch something that I've heard before. I think.
I'd like to fucking see creative takes on the Bible. Like when they talk about the lamb returning as it was slain. I want to see like this fucking lamb just floating through the sky, giant, shooting lasers out of its ass while it's bleeding out of this wound, just gushing blood with every single beat of its heart. Fucking just stormtrooping, letting aliens come out of it and fucking shit up with disintegration rays and shit. That's
I'm
what I want.
sorry. I'm sorry, James, but even though you hate TJ, you sound just like him.
I've heard that about him before. I've
Yeah,
heard Jeremy say that too.
How the fuck do I sound like such a pud whacker?
kind of creative in the same way he is with
Just
like how he talks.
you guys
you
touch
see,
on the same like a lot of the same subjects. Although I like your take on it a little bit more. And no, I'm not just saying that because you're my fucking fiend. It's because you're actually interesting and he's not. Yeah, that's what Jeremy said.
I think it's probably because, maybe he likes looking at the same shit I do, but he takes away different shit because he's fucking moron. I mean, at least I'm fucking with it enough to say I'm a fucking pud whacker. Okay, I am a fucking moron. He just, even though I will sit there and say, come and worship me, that's a fucking joke. He says it, and he actually wants more views and shit and actually starts buying into his own hype.
I mean, Anarcha told me to check out the Drunken Peasants one time, and I checked out. Yay, I love being the host. And I would have to say within 15 minutes, I mean, I know this show sucks, but I've never been bored on this show like I was just watching that show. I was like,
I've actually been able to watch episodes where I'm on, and I usually don't like watching my own work.
yeah, I can maybe watch about 30 minutes of me before I start getting annoyed by me. I'm like, will this fucking idiot just shut up?
Exactly.
Fucking host is stupid. Or like, no, I'll tell you the real self-loathing moment when I was on the Metalgate episode that I keep referencing, and I was re-listening to it, and I was like, would this fucking moron just shut up? Oh, that's me. Yeah. I am top of my class in self-hating. Cause I don't know. It sounds good when I say it, but then when I hear me say it later, I'm like, wow, I'm an idiot. I'm a frothing idiot.
No, fuck. I don't know if this is real, but apparently people are dying at the Eagles of death metal. Because apparently fucking Islamic terrorists fucking bombed it in Paris.
I don't think that's real.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's real. Someone posted it, but there's no link sourcing it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any links. I did hear one about I guess the LGBT community has been up in arms because I guess someone revoked the lesbian right to have a foster baby.
Okay,
So,
let's see.
sucks for them.
From Inside Edition. Terrorists take 60 hostages at Eagles of Death Metal concert in Paris. This is
Please tell me they killed Josh Homme.
Consequence of Sound.
Please tell me they killed Josh Homme. You know, he's the guy who Creature of the Stone Age and...
Okay. Reports 26 people dead after multiple attacks in Paris. That's fucking Inside Edition. Gunmen reportedly attacked restaurant near Paris concert hall Friday night. They are still on the loose, according to a witness who spoke to CNN. Explosions could be heard outside the Stade de France, the French national stadium where France and Germany were playing a soccer match.
Okay, maybe it is real. Fuck. I didn't see any fucking reports on it when we went on, so I just kind of thought it sounded... But, okay, I'm gonna... Did you hear... I know this is fucking old, but 2 weeks ago I was doing the show. I come back, and what did I see the headline? Oh, 27 or people dead at, quote, metal, unquote, concert. I guess there was
60 hostages are being taken at the death metal show.
no, it's not death metal. It's Eagles of Death Metal.
Eagles of Death Metal.
Eagles of Death Metal play blues rock. It's the guy from he played in Queens of the Stone Age and Caius, and songs called "I Want You So Hard." I've heard them. I guess their name was somebody was saying that Poison was death metal, and they were joking like, yeah, Poison's the Eagles of Death Metal, and that's what the name was. But yeah, Eagles of Death Metal is not death metal. They're blues indie rock. Let's just fucking see if there's any report. Keep saying shit.
Let's see. According to venues calendar, Eagles Death Metal were performing a sold-out show at the venue this evening. And they got the fucking place cordoned off. Okay. Let's see if I can get more news about this shit, because there's only 2 articles so far.
If you ever heard Queens of the Stone Age, by the way, they're stoner pop. It's like stoner hard rock, but for K-rock and fucking pop fans. But Eagles of Death Metal are even worse.
They look lame, especially if Queens of the Stone Age is involved.
Yeah.
I remember hearing like 5 seconds of one of their songs and nearly vomiting.
I've heard one of their songs. It's a song everyone knows, and I thought, this is what happens if someone took like Sleep or like stoner rock, but fucking made it poppy and accessible, rather than making it, even more acid damaged or pot damaged or whatever. Yeah, they're fucking horrible. Yeah.
Okay, and the rest are here. Let's see, CTV, Daily Mail, Gawker, Daily Beast. No, that's a different thing.
I got banned from the Daily Beast for calling them on a issue or a story they did.
Oh, what story did they fucking ban you for?
I don't know. It was 3 years ago. I don't remember, but I was just like, yeah, I need to see more proof. I mean, I'll attack the left and the right. If I see that someone is making or I would also attack them for objectivity. For basically writing a news story and then basically lacing the news story with basically just a bunch of hate comments. And I'm like, look, like the George Zimmerman case, they kept basically calling him he shot a man George Zimmerman, who once shot a man just to see him die. It was like, okay, look, dude, just report the story. Keep your editorializing for the editorial pages. I don't support what Zimmerman did, but you know what I mean. Just report the fucking story.
Yeah, but fuck facts. It's better to get my opinion in everything as it's happening. I had to take my time and fucking figure out what the hell's happening before I formulate an opinion. Some of the things I had a problem with, because whenever Scott was going on, is we got to be current binge on the fucking Metalgate thing. I didn't have time to do the research to look at the fucking facts, try to sift through all the different propaganda and see what the fuck was real before commenting on shit half the time.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I like Metalgate. Okay, I like some of the people on Metalgate, but that is a problem I see with some of the people, and I'm not mentioning names here. Brett. Oops. No, he's cool as long as we don't talk about politics. If we just stick to music, he's cool. But once we get to politics,
Well, that's because he disagrees with a lot of politics. He's about as right-wing as they come in a lot of areas.
Shit. No shit.
And there's other things where it's like, okay, that came out of left field because he's all about reparations for slavery.
And I'm like left-wing in most areas. So, yeah, of course. But if we just talk about music, like, then we're cool. But I've caught him posting on, like, I've caught him posting from like right-wing opinion websites that don't even pretend to fucking be news sites anymore.
Yay.
I don't know if he's actually posted from the Free Republic. I know he's posted from the Daily Caller. Not as good as your Daily Stormer thing, I gotta say.
That was just me. Because what
I
happened?
know.
I didn't pay attention to the site
I
that was
know.
sourced, and then but I trusted the guy that posted the source, so I said, just click it. And then the moment you said check the source, I'm like, oh fuck! I thought that guy knew better than to post this shit.
Oh, I know. I know. I know it was an accident. I've done the same thing. I just love that. Oh, look, a website. Well, obviously you posted from Breitbart.com, and I was like, wait.
Well, Breitbart's actually a lot, even though it's right wing as fuck. At least they're a bit more sane than the Stormer.
Well, after Andrew died, I think it's gotten a little bit better because the owner died a couple of years ago.
Mm.
And I think it's gotten a little bit better. But yeah, the Stormer is I actually went on the Stormfront a couple of years ago because I needed some information about something, and that was a mistake.
A hilarious mistake, probably.
It was purely for research too. It was like I was actually looking for something because I was writing an essay on Nazi punk, so I needed some information about something which I didn't even get. That's what pissed me off. But yeah, according to a report which has actually been proven, Stormfront users have been responsible for 100 murders in the past 10 years.
What, Stormfront users have been responsible for 100 murders? Fuck.
If you discount Anders, whatever his name is, who killed 77, that's still 23 murders with a fairly small user base.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
To which I say, why can't I get people to kill for me? I have a shit ton of targets.
Just be a Nazi.
Damn it, I can't do that. I
Me
just
neither.
don't agree with it that much.
I don't agree with. I agree with some parts of fascism, but
See, I like turning the ovens on, but I don't like how selective they are.
Yep. Yeah. I'll bring us back to my Shining interview because he was making like racist jokes or whatever, about because there was a guy who there was Jewish and he was making some jokes, which the guy knew what was happening. I think there are a lot less. It depends on what country, but mostly in some European countries there are a lot less fucking whiny than they are over here. Like you can make a fucking joke, but he was going. He said something that is basically PTR's motto. He said, "I'm not a racist. All people are equally fucking worthless and need to be shot in the head."
Yes, everyone. A bullet for everyone. That just reminds me of it was one of the closing, just before the final mission on Hitman Contracts. He goes to this speech saying, there's a bullet for everyone, and a time and a place.
True. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up something on the Eagles of Death Metal France thing. It's not that unbelievable because France is the home right now of basically extremist Muslim activity
Yeah.
in Europe.
That's where they have all the fucking refugees coming, but the refugees are just as bad as the people. Well,
Well,
not
not
all
just
of them, but probably enough. There's more than enough of them that are just as bad as the people they're running from.
well, not just that, but France is when they had the magazine attacks. They had a guy shouting "Allah Akbar," basically driving his car through crowds. Yeah, France is like the center of militant Islamic activity in Europe.
And we can't criticize them because they're a disenfranchised group.
I mean, I get why they're pissed off. I just think they're doing it completely the wrong way. My mother asked on Wednesday, we were at lunch, which was a fucking mistake. Not going into that. Well, I'll go into it a little bit, but she asked, "Is there anything in the Quran about telling to kill people?" I'm like, if someone defames the prophet, he must die. That would have been a great Cat Stevens song. Now that Cat Stevens is a Muslim. If someone defames the prophet,
Yeah.
uh, fuck, that was the worst car trip. I think I told you about it in the Facebook status because not only was my stomach about to explode, but they were playing Inner fucking Sandman.
Yeah, that
So
made me want to just fucking punch people.
not only was I about to die because for some reason the food didn't fucking agree with me. I fucking hate that. It was chicken too. I like chicken. But not only that, but I had to listen to. I mean, there are some songs on the Black Album that I if not like, I don't mind. But Inner Sandman is just. Ugh, I listened to it once this year just to kind of refresh my memory. I'm just like, this is lame. This is lame beyond lame. Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Sodomize that goat, baby.
Speaking of goat, apparently I have a familiar goat now.
No, it's gonna be a fucking. I checked the stats. I think you'd like the fucking. Well, it's your choice whether you want a familiar or a fucking animal companion. There's a feat that lets you take it as that.
We'll have to look at the stat. We should do another one of those fucking hangouts later.
Yeah, I mean, we might even do it after this. Whenever
All right.
I get time to shit and eat and stuff because I haven't shit
Yep.
and eaten yet, but I don't have to shit.
I'll
Quite
get.
hungry.
I don't need to get. Yeah. I'll save my rock star for then. Or I could just get two.
Yes,
But
get
Eric's
two.
not here, so I can't.
Actually, get 16.
They're pretty big. How big are your rock stars normally? How big do you get?
Well, I get the fucking what are they? 16 ounces.
Yeah, me too. Although sometimes at 7-Eleven we'll get the bigger ones.
The bigger ones are always like, oh god, I'm gonna cocaine.
I told you we saw the band Airborne live, and they were like a '70s rock throwback. And the way the guy talked and sang, I literally thought the guy was gonna go, "Yeah, I do cocaine. I'm Dr. Roxo." It was just the way he talked. How y'all doing tonight? I'm just like, okay, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Holy shit! Is that where they got the concept for murder face from? Ricky
No,
Skaggs.
probably.
The face looks like murder face.
Oh, you're actually looking the band up?
No, my friend just posted a meme where they're trying to make fun of Chewbacca. And like they said, well, after he shaved, he looked like this. And Ricky Skaggs, I took one look at the face, like, dude, that's fucking murder face.
What band is he in?
I don't know. Just the album cover says Ricky Skaggs, don't cheat in our hometown.
Oh, okay. Fuck. I don't know. I don't really want to look it up because I don't care. But
I don't know anything. I've heard the name before.
Yeah, me too. The thing
but
about
I have no idea what he sings, so I don't care.
The thing about Airborne is picture like a lame Guns N' Roses band. Okay, lamer Guns N' Roses. We saw them on the same bill as Cannibal Corpse and Slayer and Behemoth. That's what the Mayhem Festival does to you. So we saw like lame deathcore, which I thought was cool at the time. I don't anymore. Like maybe Suicide Silence and shit. All That Remains. We saw Behemoth, which is death metal, older black metal, but now they're death metal. I was pissed they didn't play any of their black metal stuff. I was like, come on, play fucking something from your demo. We saw Cannibal Corpse, and then the main stage was just retarded. It was Bullet for My Valentine, Killswitch Engage, Slayer, and Marilyn Manson.
Wow, one band.
Yeah, I mean everyone wants to see Bullet for My Valentine. No, I'm not even gonna make a joke about that.
Oh, that's not a thing I got. Just think back that guy fucking called me the amazing atheist shit. That's another thing where I fucking just gotta fucking say no.
Yeah,
Because this guy like fucking sucks the cock of Marilyn Manson. I'm like, dude, why?
yeah. Jeremy said that because he said he didn't like your rants because he said you were like the amazing atheist, but like I don't know. And I was like, apparently you guys tread the same topics, like trigger warnings, but whatever. He's not that interesting. So he's welcome to come on PTR though to get yelled at. um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we saw Bullet and Valentine. I thought they were lame, and I was actually into them before, but I was like, yeah, this is not my thing anymore. Killswitch Engage, their second album, their first two albums are good. Their third album is a little way too emo for me. Plus what it created, and then after that, I don't care. Uh, Literally, the guy said, "quote This is not censored. I am looking for a girl so I can pee in her butthole."
Who said that?
The lead singer of Killswitch Engage, I guess, trying to be
Edgy, I
some,
guess.
yeah, but I'm like, pee in your butthole? Are you fucking kidding me? PGM. I guess Slayer, after the Mayhem Festival, said that Killswitch Engage was, quote, the gayest band we've ever played with, and we will never play with them again.
I like to urinate in people's eyes.
And then Slayer came on, and even though I only knew a couple songs, because I literally just got like the Slayer fucking discography the night before, so I was fucking like learning all their fucking songs. I mean, I knew their couple albums, but I was 15. I didn't know that much, right? Of course, now I'm a fucking Slayer fanboy, but Slayer came on, and my mind exploded. I thought Cannibal Corpse was good that day. I thought Behemoth was good that day. The other bands were okay. Suicide Silence actually put on an okay show for the shitty music that they played. But anyway, Slayer just boom, fucking fuck, just fucking fuck. That was awesome. And we got VIP fucking seats because I was blind.
That's great. Like I say, abuse that shit whenever you can.
I mean,
If
like I said,
society's gonna do that, go for it, man.
no
I
shit.
would.
Like I said, I thought Cannibal Corpse was fucking awesome that day. I thought Behemoth was fucking awesome. Slayer fucking destroyed those bands.
Mhm.
And they put on good fucking performances. So how do you destroy fucking wow?
Yeah.
And then we left because I was pissed that Marilyn Manson was on after Slayer. I kept ranting about that to anyone who listened. You fucking played this. You fucking cocksucker Marilyn Manson gonna fucking perform after fucking Slayer. Fucking blasphemous, man. And everyone who I talked to agreed with me, even like the metalcore faggots.
Yeah, fuck Marilyn Manson. Just fucking leave. I still like that. Like I was there, I saw Slayer was fucking having a good time. Then I passed out, and while Marilyn Manson was on, then I woke up for fucking Ozzy.
Nice. I've never really been a fan of Ozzy solo shit.
I don't know if it was Ozzy or Sabbath. It was one of the Oz fests, and I was on drugs. I just knew that they played a little bit of both, so maybe it was Ozzy's main thing.
Someone once asked me,
Sabbath.
would you go to Ozfest if they're coming back? And I was like, and they expected me to say, hell no, underground. I was like, yeah, it depends who's fucking playing. I mean, I'll sit through shitty bands to see a good band. I mean, I've done that so many times at the Whiskey when I saw Anvil. I had to sit through, there were like 1.5 good opening bands. One of them was really good. And the other one had good music and ruined it with too aggressive vocals. Plus, the guy was a bit of a dick. I still know him to this day, but of course,
I
Anvil.
had to fucking I forget the fucking name of the fucking rap group, but they were opening for Guar.
Wasn't it ICP? You said?
Yeah, well, ICP was on after Guar, and I had to sit through that. And all I got to say about ICP was that the Fega was quite refreshing. I kind of needed that like extra hydration after fucking going nuts during Guar.
I miss the mentors because it was remember, I'm much younger than you. It was a fucking school night. Of course, I didn't fucking go to school that day anyway because I fucking swanned off and fucking listened to music all day because I see the thing was I was told the last year that basically I was fucked and they weren't gonna fucking help me anymore, and no matter what the fuck I did, I was gonna get fucking fucked. So I did all my fucking work, still got bad grades because we couldn't get any fucking materials in. I
Yay,
loved it.
yeast infections. Apparently, someone has broken up a Planned Parenthood protest by chanting yeast infections. To which I say, both sides of this are fucking retarded.
Yeah,
We need
but
to
yeah, I
just
fucking
open up the ovens and push both sides of this debate in there. And while we're at it, let's grab some abortion meat. Sounds delicious.
abortion meat, good to eat. We should eat some of the fucking people too. But yeah, seeing Anvil was fucking fun. And yeah, we were like, oh, it's you can't go to. I was like, dude, I'm fucking 18 years old. Shut the fuck up. So I went, didn't go to school the next day. I pretended to go. Fucking listen to music all day. See, that's the thing. People are like, how do you sleep in class and still manage to do the test? I'm like, can't do any of the fucking work anyway. Don't have any materials. So might as well sleep or answer questions about history. Math is the only subject I fucking hated.
I like math.
See, I could no. It's not that I didn't like math. I could do it if someone told me what the problem was, like x minus blah blah blah, and then I could work it out in my head.
But they wanted you to do the fucking work. I
Yeah,
take it.
I'm just like, oh, like reading the problem wouldn't do anything for me either. But if someone told me what it was, like x minus 24 equals whatever. But reading it out, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But if they said no, X, if they just even like told me the problem, it's like, okay, okay, how did you get that? I don't know. It's just what I just did. What I did. Well, show the work. I can't.
So that's what like pissed me off. When I was in the fucking partial program, they were giving me like college prep work. I was on algebra 2, and I needed some trig background. So whenever I got back into regular school, they're giving me math tests to see where I needed to be placed, even though I told them I need fucking trig so I could go into calc. And they're like, no, we got to test you. And they fucking put me in the pre-algebra class. And I just fucking did the test like as quickly as possible. The teacher said, just tell me I 100% of this so I can move on to the next class. She's like, but you didn't show any work. So I was fucking forced to retake pre-algebra, which I had taken years previous. It's like, God, you're going to fucking bore me to death.
They never explained to me why you had to show work. They never actually gave an adequate explanation to me why I had to show my work.
Now, whenever you get into the more complex things, it does help to see where you go. But if it's just like 6 plus x equals 13, x equals 7, you motherfucker. Oh, you didn't show the work on how you got that.
And then my fist goes into their face. And their teeth go on the floor. And I get fucking expelled.
No, I would have. Oh, God. If I wasn't so high set on fucking going to college, I should have just fucking gotten my GED and went to college from there.
Pretty much. And then.
But I was too stupid to realize you could go to college with a GED.
Yep. And then after they yelled at me, I just go to the bathroom and get high. Because I had fucking something in my pocket, which I'm not fucking disclosing because it wasn't marijuana. So I just fucking.
This is funny. I remember whenever I was in high school and fucking shit hanging out, and my buddies were like, say, dude, you would try some pot? I'm like, no. They asked a couple times, and then they eventually just gave up because of my excuse was, I'm crazy enough without drugs, blah, 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 blah. But I'd hang out with them while they were fucking toking up, while I was thinking, I gotta stay clean because I gotta go to college and shit. Then one day I was like, fuck it, give me some of that. And their mouths dropped. It's like, dude, you don't fucking smoke pot. I was like, oh, come on, let me just try it at least once. Got baked out of my mind and loved the shit. Cursed myself for not getting in on the action sooner.
Yeah, me too. Pot was fun, but like I would come to school with shit I got from my friends, usually pills, but sometimes other things. And um, let's put it this way: do you have a cold, sir? You keep sniffing a lot. No, I'm fine.
See, I did coke, but I never really cared for it.
Hey, I just liked the fact that I was doing it in fucking school in the bathroom.
For me, Ritalin was better, and that was still I don't care, I'll do it if it's there.
Oh, Ritalin didn't agree with my mind. It fucked me up because I was like prescribed it when I was 8. And I turned into a fucking zombie for 3 goddamn years. And that, like, people were like, I'm surprised you ever did drugs. You hated Ritalin so much. I was like, Ritalin didn't work for me. Other things
How are
work for me.
these mystery pills? I have no idea what the hell they are. They're working great. Blah.
Like, what did Ritalin do to you?
It gave me a mild speed effect and let me pay attention to shit.
Damn, because Ritalin, I don't know if it helped me pay attention, but it didn't give me a mild speed effect. I would describe it as mild retardation.
Yeah.
Like I would just fucking sit there.
You see, I'd pay attention to shit that I was already taught. Because, like I said, I was retaking the math classes and shit. And I do Ritalin just to fucking stay awake and pay attention, even though I already knew this shit. Even though it bored the shit out of me because I already knew it and I wanted to move on to something more challenging.
Isn't that interesting though? Just how shit works for different people.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, for
Everyone's
me,
biochemistry and brain wiring is different.
yeah, because for me, it helped me pay attention, but I got really fucking low energy zombie state, but I couldn't fucking fall asleep because it would make me pay attention. So I was like basically fucking the perfect little fucking school child. And I fucking hated the feeling. I dreaded it. But when you're 8, or when I was 8, I didn't have the fucking balls to just throw it away. I was a fucking idiot. But yeah, I didn't do that. But yeah, cocaine at lunchtime while fucking in the bathroom was fun. Because you just go out and you're all fucking happy, and they're like, "What did you do?"
Like you want to know.
Yeah.
It's called vehicular homicide.
Well, I remember when I was in 9th grade. You know how when you're in, high school, like 9th grade, you're generally kind of a bitch. Like I don't know if we should do this. We're gonna get caught. That kind of thing, kind of idiotic. But and I remember the first time I got high in the bathroom smoking pot. And I was thinking, okay, we're gonna get caught. We took one whiff of the smell coming out of the bathroom, and oh, we're not gonna get caught. It was so thick with fucking pot smoke, and like you could tell this was the fucking local hangout, and nobody busted it. So I was kind of like, well, if nobody's busted it now.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
4 years
fuck.
later.
I got pissed off so much at like my other classmates. Like me and my friends would take time to like build things. We had this tree that we had bonfire around, like, big field parties. And we built benches there, and the fucking local kids on their way to school decided to break, instead of finding their own firewood, they'd break up the benches for firewood. It's like, what the fuck? We took time and energy and resources to build benches, and now you're destroying it. I mean, why not just enjoy what's there and fucking get off your lazy ass and fucking get some firewood on your own? Don't break up our benches. And one thing that really pissed us off was there's this place where we'd hang out to smoke before school. And we found old boards and shit and built a shelter for us.
Nice.
Okay. So that, like, we'd be out of the rain, we'd be out of the snow, we could sit there and smoke before school. And some goddamn motherfucking kids from our fucking high school fucking broke the place up and use it as firewood. It's like, what the fuck? We build something nice and you got to fucking take it down. I mean, come on. We're all trying for the same thing, right? Why don't we just share the goal and realize this is something convenient? Leave it be and go through that minor bit of inconvenience of finding your own damn firewood.
Yeah, people are assholes. My
And,
friend actually had a totally silenced pistol. He built a homemade silencer for it.
oh, God, this one.
It made a slight woofing sound when it went off. It was just like, and I was like, that is not a fucking gun.
He was reading one of those fucking fucked up, like fucking, essentially it was a terrorist guide, but it wasn't the fucking, anarchist cookbook, which is filled with complete shit. It's
Yeah, that was pretty lame, actually.
Poison yourself, kind of bullshit. And
Yeah, I
anything
read
that
it.
was of value was outdated because they
Yep.
updated the phone system and all that. So anyway, he actually got his hands on one of the real fucking deals. And he was reading it, and he went up and got his AK-47 he had, fouled off just a little bit off of one of the springs, put it in there, and now he had a full auto fucking AK-47. And we went out shooting one day with it. And he had 100-round fucking drum clip. And it went, and he decided to fire it, and it went a little something like this. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. And it would not stop firing. I mean, he was with it enough to keep it aimed away from us, and me and my other buddy took fucking cover behind trees, afraid the thing was going to jam and blow up in his face. It's like, oh my God. And the moment he was done, it's like, okay, we're out of here. Next thing, we had just got there when this happened. We were going to fire like rounds all day in cans and shit. But after that, oh yeah, and another part of the story was there was this little sapling tree about like maybe a foot thick, and he shot this until it fell down. He essentially used his gun like a chainsaw. That's how many rounds he was firing.
That's what Hiram Maxim did to demonstrate his machine gun. That's awesome.
But anyways, we packed up our bags and left the place. Then he went to his fucking shop class. He was in metalworking shop, and he disassembled the gun and filed the whole thing down into dust. Just so, because he was so afraid that we were going to get busted with it. So he just filed the whole thing down so it was gone. He's like, no.
Oh, dude, that would scare me. Well, actually, yeah, that would be fucking like.
It was awesome, but scary. It was just like that awesome combination. Like, I'm fucking scared. We're gonna have to fucking explain why we didn't return with our friend. And like, fortunately, it didn't blow up in his face. But like, we're still paranoid that cops are coming because this is a fairly common area we were shooting at. We saw a couple families walking the trails, so we knew they heard it.
Oh, look, honey, there's a machine gun. Fuck. If
Yeah, we
Eric
had an
was
entire
here,
day planned, and like 10 minutes in, we're leaving because oh fuck. It's like I guess you shaved off just a little bit too much of that spring.
yeah, you gotta kind of know what to do. About the Anarchist Cookbook, I was researching it because, I was 12. I thought it was the coolest thing
Okay.
ever. I thought it was, the coolest thing ever when I was 12, right?
Yeah.
It was a guy who was angry about going to Vietnam, so he basically just ranted off this list of things and sent it to a printing press. No anarchist has actually recognized it. The guy is now an Anglican Christian, and even he says, yeah, most of it doesn't work.
No, the thing is, most of the things that like I've seen in it, or like blow yourself up methods of making explosives, like, okay, I want you to heat this substance and then mix these two things so you get the dissolution going. I'm like, yeah, I know the chemical process going on here. After how taking chemistry, and yeah, adding heat to that mixture would kill you. If not by the fumes, then the explosion.
Yeah, killing is bad, isn't it? But yeah, no anarchist is actually. I need, I need to get one of those real fucking things.
Real
My
fucking
friend,
things.
my friend was riding one before he died.
Oh, beautiful. Had my old chemistry notes from high school, which we played with those, and we made some nice little things. Napalm, fucking. We had one. We made one kind of like all it was. We took a fucking empty milk container, like I think it was like a pint or something, and and we just did it to see if we made it right, and it went boom. So like we knew we did it good. We didn't add any shrapnel or anything to it because we weren't trying to actually take anything out. We were just trying to see if we could make the explosives. Should we ever one day decide to go psycho?
My
And
friend did
yes,
something.
we made the explosives.
I'm not sure if I should say it here in case the NSA is listening, but he's dead now, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Nail bomb
Yay, nail bomb.
with some napalm in it.
Oh,
It would
beautiful.
it would explode, and the napalm would go one way, and the nails would usually go another. And to this day, I don't know how he didn't kill someone, because that
I don't know
was
how we didn't kill ourselves with some of the shit we were making. Well,
that
then
was
again,
scary.
you know, but we didn't fucking go out and fucking kill people and shit. We were saving our kill frenzy for whenever it really mattered. And then we ended up outgrowing that phase and realized that it would have just been stupid anyway.
Hey, it would have been fun, and it would have provided me some reading material.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you deprive me of fun?
2,000 dead, 86,000 injured.
Elliot likes it. Well, yeah, apparently there's a fire near, well, not really near where I live, but apparently they have it contained. So I like watching fire spread. It's awesome.
All
Fun.
right. It's just time. It's one of those things you actually got to be there to fully enjoy.
Oh yeah. I remember we were.
Especially that way you'd feel the heat. You'd be like,
Oh yeah.
I can feel the crackling, feel the heat.
Yep.
It's time to break out the weenies. Dude, 6 people died in there. I don't care.
I remember we went to, there's this golf course near our house, with a bunch of like rich pricks or whatever. And there was rained a lot and it was fucking flooded. And I said, man, this would be a fucking great. The rich pricks have to play in this weather. We saw a fucking bulldozer trying to shift the water. That's how much it was flooded.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep, he was just doing what he was doing. We used to go by there like a couple days a week and just kind of watch him work. And it's kind of like I'm kind of a nerd, so I used to like reading about barges getting rid of muddy water and shit.
Yeah.
They have the thing on that takes up the water and splashes on a different barge or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Dredging, I think it's called, or something like that. I'm a
Yeah.
fucking nerd. I'm a fucking nerd, so I think that's awesome. Or cranes. Cranes are interesting. My dad told a story about it. His friend who had I guess he came over. He worked at a construction site, and he went over to do something. And he went back and he saw the fucking crane upside down. Apparently, his friend had crashed the crane. Big crane too.
That sounds great. Sounds like it would have been awesome to watch.
Yep, he didn't die though. That's a shame.
The original voice actor of Charlie Brown sentenced to 5 years behind bars for threatening to kill sheriff.
Yes. Good grief, I'll kill you. I've never actually fucking seen a Charlie when I was like little, but not in the past 15 years.
It's been a while for me too.
Not that I give a shit. I didn't care for
They
it
should
back
play a
then.
Charlie Brown Christmas marathon just for that.
Just because I don't care. Oh no, because the guy was.
Threaten to kill a sheriff.
See,
Just so we can hear the same voice that threatened to kill a sheriff. Good grief, I want you dead.
the one thing I remember about it is it was really, really, really slow paced.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with slow paced shows. Uh, but I just remember, like, because I'm kind of sick of this new 11-minute format. Well, I guess 10 years old isn't really new or 50, whatever. But I'm kind of tired of this 11-minute format where you just kind of have a bare bones plot and joke, 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 laugh, 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 plot, 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 done. I kind of like a little bit of meat on the bone.
Yeah.
29 minutes for like the BBC is great because you can do a hell of a lot more delving into the character's fucking background in 29 minutes than you can in 22 minutes because you get 7 more minutes to play.
Fuck.
But yeah, I just remember those being dinosaurs.
Dinosaur up the rectum. Oh, I haven't been on that website today.
What website?
Tumblr. I want to see if anyone's getting upset.
Political Trendy Radio host sparks outrage. Elliot Lindemood, in a voice that sounds like he hasn't slept in days, said something rude today, and 50 people have been murdered because of it.
Yay. All because of the protest against everything that was said.
If
Someone
I,
said something and then I had to kill people.
not realizing that I have 50 subscribers and like 20 views per video, I'm a nobody. I think that'd be my dream if I could just piss enough people off, or my email gets flooded, or or something like that happens, or there's fucking protests or whatever. I mean, I'm so envious of Jeremy Clarkson. He gets governments pissed off at him. He gets for his fucking comments. He gets you know everyone pissed off at him, and I'm just like, dude, you're fucking doing my job. Stop it.
Apparently, I missed out on National Offender College Student Day.
That's every day for me.
Yeah, it should be every day for everyone. And
I
some
mean,
of the, from what I see, it's like boring shit. Some people don't agree with everything you think. Yeah,
I mean,
and I bet you someone's offended by that.
some college students are kind of open-minded, at least the ones I talk to.
Yeah, but the ones you talk to are apparently in the minority, or maybe they're in the majority and it's the vocal minority that runs everything.
I think they're the minority because of my fucking ridiculous standards that it takes for me to not want to kill you.
Whining and being able to throw tantrums are not marketable job skills.
Yes, they are. If you fucking certain fucking sectors of this media business, yes, they are.
If you need to have a PhD to understand why something is racist, it isn't. That's about the best one I've seen.
Yeah, I get sick of these. Why the discourse in punk rock is inherently about the dichotomy of the lower class sociopathy. It's like, just fucking listen to the music.
And you'll understand, and half the music is fucking wussified anyway, so it's not even like,
Well, if they talk, if they speak, about some deep subjects, maybe. But I mean, what more do you have to get out of? Do you feel all right? Oi, oi, oi! Someone's gonna die tonight. Oi, oi, oi! It's about a fucking soccer riot. But you don't need a fucking sociology student to talk about how the dichotomy of the lyrics in the discourse of the just fucking die.
You see, and that's where things start getting really lame with the music.
Well, I tried
Because
reading.
they try to fucking make music that tries to be as intellectual as these other people try to make it. And it's
I
like,
tried.
dude, you suck.
I tried reading I guess a philosophical book on punk rock and like a history, but mixed with commentary about lyrics, and some of it was good. I thought the screwdriver thing was a little too. Well, they're Nazis, so nothing they do can actually be good. None of their music can actually be good because they're Nazis. I mean, he may have just not liked any of their music, but it sounded to me like, well, they're Nazis, so we can't say anything good about them. I read that one chapter and was just like, yeah, I don't need to read the rest. It was retarded. If you want to laugh, I can. I mean, it's interesting, but it's also kind of paranoid. But
Yay, paranoia. Cha, cha, cha.
I thought the guy was a fucking idiot. Stuart Home. The book is called Cranked Up Really High. You can read it for free online. The chapter on Screwdriver is interesting. Although, like I said, the guy, he's just, I don't know. I just didn't really agree with what he said.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay, there's nothing on Tumblr today. It's all fucking anime bullshit. I like anime, but some of this yaoi kind of shit is fucking. I don't care.
I couldn't care less about anime, honestly. Fuck anime. And fuck you.
Apparently, someone has gotten a tattoo with detailed instructions on how to get a fucking human centipede going.
Okay.
And that is their tramp stamp right around their ass.
Human Centipede. What a dumbass movie that was.
And that's just mouth to ass, mouth to ass.
And you had all these fucking preppy people like my sister going, these fucking pop culture people talking about how underground it was and how gross it was. And I was just like, eh.
You haven't seen true creativity in murder.
I mean, it's kind of funny, but then they made the sequel, and I was just like, nope.
You see, what you need to do is have someone singing like hymns while they're stabbing someone in rhythm to it. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He's trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. And some other bullshit. I forget the rest.
I don't know.
Notice his truth is marching on at one point. And glory, glory, hallelujah, and shit.
Every time I hear that song, for some reason I get a fucking image of people running through a town or marching through a town, setting shit on fire.
Yes, that's what I see. Just random acts of violence.
Yeah.
Just standing over someone, ritualistically stabbing them in rhythm with the tune. They're already long since dead. You're just stabbing them because it's fun.
Oh no, I see like a mob of fucking people singing the song, marching through a village with fucking torches. Just flame, flame, flame. As they're fucking singing the song, marching like they've completely lost any sense of reality.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I don't know why, but that
I'd
song just
pay money to
makes
see that.
that song just makes me think of organized mobs setting things on fire. And boy, it's a glorious feeling and thought.
Yes, glory. See, church is good for something. It can be entertaining.
True.
What's really good is whenever you go to a church that's run by like, or at least it used to be this way back in the like 80s, early 90s. There was this one church that was run by a fucking non-vet special op. He did things in that war, and that's all he would ever say. I did things, and then you'd see the 1,000-yard stare on his face, and he'd trail off and walk the other way because he just really didn't want to get into the things he did. And he
But
was a hell-brand preacher. Everything you did, every breath you take is sending you to hell.
good.
He didn't even fucking quote the Bible. Like he'd start quoting the Bible, like maybe like 2 sentences, and the rest of the sermon is how you're going to hell.
See, the Catholic church I went to was all just reading the Bible, and I don't remember because I was asleep through most of it because I just didn't give a shit. I thought it was all fucking fake anyway. I thought it was fake when I was 6 years old. I thought they were, like I said, moralistic stories, like fairy tales, basically. But then when I got to about 12, I realized that fuck, people actually took this shit seriously. I was like, what the fuck, people?
Yep. And that's why. I don't know, what the cause and effect here is. I just felt like saying, and that's why.
There is no cause and effect. Everything dies for no reason. Fuck off. Like, I hate when people fucking die and, oh, it was meant to be. No, it fucking wasn't meant to be. It could have been fucking prevented. Or maybe it fucking couldn't have. Whatever happened, it
No,
fucking
it
happened.
was meant to be, you goddamn motherfucker. Get it right. It was definitely meant to be because all living things are born to die. The
Oh, yeah,
question is when
you
and
know what I,
how.
you know what I mean, and you know what fucking context they're saying that. They're not saying it is
I
in,
know what context they're saying it in. Yes, I know what you mean, but I'm saying I agree with the statement it was meant to be.
well, I do too, but I don't agree with the way they fucking frame it, as in, well, I can't do nothing because God wanted to call him home to the Lord. I'm like, fuck that, dude.
He rolled a natural 1 on his saving throw. That's what happened.
I mean, I'm glad I never heard that when Puke died. I never got to know his family because did he have a family? I don't even. I really don't think he had a funeral. I think they just fucking uh, notified whatever fucking phone numbers they found in his fucking jacket, and then just fucking dumped his corpse in the river. For all I fucking know, we never fucking saw his fucking body. So for all we know, there was no funeral. Um, I mean, hell, we didn't even know his last name because he never fucking told us. We asked, and he's like, it's not important. So I know he was involved in some shady shit. So, but
Well, if he's where you got your drugs from, then yeah, there was some shady shit he was involved in at minimum.
the shadiest story I know is that one day someone ripped us off, me and him. The next day, no, I'm sorry, 3 days later, the person was dead in a car crash, and there was evidence of the brakes being cut.
Oh, lovely.
That's the shadiest thing I can report knowing about with that circle. But yeah, he was involved in some very, very. But anyway, but no one ever said in my friend's thing, oh, it was meant to be. They were, they were fucking pissed off about it. You know,
Yeah.
fucking. So they turned to fucking. I haven't seen most of them in 4 fucking years, but yeah, Puke. He was like a combination of older brother and fellow psychopath. Because he was the one who fucking got me into this, like drugs and shit. And then he was the one who's like, dude, you gotta fucking stop. You're gonna fucking kill yourself if you keep doing it. So some people who I refuse to speak to anymore said that his death was the best thing that ever happened to me.
That's fucking not right, man.
Well, and I get
We
what they
all,
mean.
every psychopath needs that other psychopath to look up to, the one that's been there and done that.
Sure, he was maybe 26 or whatever. Why he was fucking hanging out with a 15-year-old, I fucking don't know. But I think he saw something in me that was, a little bit different than the normal fucking. But we were fucking. He would tell me his fucking war stories, which were like yours, but like, yeah,
Even more psychotic, hopefully.
yeah, pretty much. He he was very good at
Because compared to some of the people I know, I was tame.
yeah. We've been shot at and shit, but yeah, it was kind of like the guy who, I mean, I think I would have stopped, or at least I would have
Bang,
toned down.
bang, bang.
Yeah,
Bang, bang, bang. Don't shoot me, I'll kill you. Oh shit, this camera's here.
I think I would have stopped consuming drugs rapidly anyway, because that's just a natural thing you do. You do it, you see what you can get, and you stop it. But after he died, it was kind of like, um, I didn't have my fucking supply anymore. My fucking friends fractured, so it's not like I really had a choice in stopping. But that's why those people were like, "Well, I think him dying was like the best thing that ever happened to you, because like you're all clean now." And I'm like, "Yeah, but here's the thing now. Now my psychopathy is fucking un, you know, fucking nobody's there to fucking rein it in." That's the one thing he could do. He could encourage it, but then he could also like stop me from beheading someone, which I've wanted to do many times. Now that he's fucking gone,
You need other psychopaths to tell you, hey, look, that's fun and all, but like, remember, always ask yourself, is the jail time actually worth it?
yeah, exactly. And I didn't fucking, so I mean, yeah, exactly. You need fucking people to. It's kind of a, I don't want to say codependent, but it's kind of a,
You see, suicide by cop doesn't always work. So that's why you always have to ask yourself, is the jail time worth it? Because if you fail at the suicide for cop, that's where you're going.
yeah. I remember the day I found out he died. I was just like, something's gonna happen to me, and shit did happen that I'm not going into. But here I am. I've somehow survived these past 4 years without killing anyone. But
Teabagging people is also fun.
I've never done that.
I did that once. But the story behind it was the guy was so intimidated by me that when I said I'm marking my territory and dropped my drawers, that like he just refused to move because he was fucking afraid I was going to kill him if he did anything other than sit there and take my nutsack, as sweaty as it was, being rubbed against his nose.
You were
And
talking
I
about how.
forget what the fuck he did to piss me off. I forget what the hell I did to intimidate him. I just know I said, I'm marking my territory. And he's like, okay. Okay. Pull up my pants and go about my business. I was on a lot of drugs.
Yeah, you know how we were talking about how Puke had the same stories you had? Yeah, he had a similar story. I never saw him do it, but I knew the fucking person he did it with. But he was like, yeah, basically, I was really high and I felt like I was in kind of a Nazi mood. So I grabbed my friend and rubbed my cock against his face. And he didn't do anything because he was too scared. And I knew his friend, and his friend was not really a pussy, but like, he wasn't as fucking nuts as Puke was. Johnny Puke, that's what his fucking name was. But he wasn't as, but he was, yeah, he was somewhere between Eric and you. So he had a cowardly streak. But yeah, he was just like, yeah, I felt like I was in a Nazi mood. And I felt fucking, so I was like, come here.
You're getting teabagged, son. I derive absolutely no sexual joy out of this. It's
No,
just
no. Yeah. He said, yeah. Yeah.
We're all familiar with that. I derive absolutely no sexual joy out of this. It's just to be me.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, I was like, come here, lay down now, lay down, you. And the guy was like, oh, what are you gonna do? Oh no. Yeah, we did shit. We go fucking Compton at 3 in the morning, go get some fucking shit. That was That was fun. That's taking your life into your own hands right there.
I don't know the area that well. I just heard about it. And...
The rumors are true. Like
Okay. If
like
the rumors are true, then I'll
my
just
my
take the
friend
rumors
from
for
out of state was driving was there's this podcast I used to listen to, and I've talked to the guy, and he lived in Australia. He lives in Australia, but he wanted to come down to L.A. I wish we had him on the fucking show, but I can't fucking get a hold of him. But he wanted to come down to L.A. and get a photograph of himself in Compton, flashing a gang sign. Okay. Wait, did you die right there? Hello. Okay, I think he died. Am I still on? I guess I'm still on. Okay. This isn't good. Oh, we have a viewer. Okay. Shit. So, yeah, I have no idea if I'm actually being received right now. We'll fucking pick that story up in a minute. Fuck. Of course things are gonna fucking go pear-shaped. Fuck. Come on, stupid fuck. Not you, the fucking computer. Fucking get Eric back just to make sure I'm fucking. All right, so yay. Yes, I'm talking, Jim. Yeah, yes, I am. I wonder what the fuck is going on here. Okay, he's okay. I'm guessing he'll come back.
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
There you are. I was like, what the fuck? I was telling a fucking story and I didn't hear any fucking response.
Apparently everything fucking fucked up on my end. I need a new fucking mic, apparently. Oh, God.
Fuck everything.
Yes, fuck it all to hell.
Oh,
Satan.
so my story. So the guy lived in Australia. He wanted to come down to LA to Compton and get a picture of himself flashing a gang sign.
And that's whenever I said, I hope you were with it enough to teach him the wrong gang sign.
Yeah, I didn't hear any response. I was like, hello. No, so he basically everyone warned him about it. Everyone said, you can't do that. This is a bad idea. This is a very bad idea. You're going to die. So he was talking about driving through Compton at 9 in the morning, and he was describing the scene: hovel, 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 mansion with like Humvees and barbed wire. You know, clearly it was a fucking drug dealer's house, right?
Yeah.
And he he did not get a. He shot a bunch of pictures of his dashboard because his friend was driving through it, 30 miles an hour. They actually had like a stoplight. He was like, "Oh dear God, no!" They saw like homeless guys on the fucking street, crack whores. They actually saw a drug deal take place, and then 2 hours later, he saw the drug dealer get arrested.
Classic ghetto. You know, the ones out here aren't that bad. I mean, you may, your white breaders will definitely get that fear of being killed, but 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get killed unless you do something really, really, really fucking retarded.
And he actually, every picture he took, he was flashing gang signs except for one when he was with a couple street rappers, and they were flashing gang signs, but mysteriously he wasn't. So yeah, he basically chickened out, and of course he was trying to play the well, nobody warned me about it. I was like, yeah, we did.
Yeah. There are certain things you do not do. You want to try to be hardcore, fine, try to be hardcore, but there's that line you cross.
Yeah, and
when you realize this isn't hardcore, this is just stupidity.
I mean, you could cross that line, but you better be prepared to what is the word? Oh yeah, die.
Yeah. You will die, motherfucker. Die, 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 die.
That's what the guy from Shining said. Yeah, put these ultra hardcore black metal guys in fucking Central Park at midnight and see how long they last with their Satan and shit like that.
Why would they want to go there though?
Well, because they always talk about how tough they are. They always talk about how evil they are and how, like people who talk about how tough and oh, I'm so evil and oh, I'm so fucking hardcore. And he was just like, yeah, you're not.
I don't know if I told this story before. I probably did because it's one of my classics. But like, we were fucking trashed and looking for beer, lost in the fucking ghetto part of the suburbs of Pittsburgh. I forget exactly which one. But walked into this bar. It was definitely a gang bar, and everyone is trying to out hard each other. The only cool people were like this one table of like, black guys that were just like, cool, sitting in the back of their beer. And me and the bartender were the only two white people there. And the bartender's trying to out hard everyone. And it's just like fucking, and I'm on like a lot of acid, man. It's like, oh, fuck. I went in there and I remember my friends wanted like top shelf beer. And I came back with Mickey's and Old E. And they're like, why the fuck did you get that? You took me to a fucking gang bar, you motherfuckers. This is what you got. I wanted to avoid getting shot. There was this guy in there that was hobbling around on crutches saying, and that guy fucking shot me in the leg and I'm going to fucking gat his ass. I never see him in the light of day ever again.
Hang on.
Okay. But pretty much that was it. Everyone was just trying to out hard each other, and I was fucking paranoid as fuck, recognizing this is fucking gang bar. Oh yeah, when I went up to get the beer, I swear the entire place got so quiet you could hear crickets, and I thought all eyes were on me. This could have been just the acid talking, and that's why I fucking ordered the Ghetto 40s instead of the top shelf beer.
Nice.
Yeah. Hello? Okay. My bar's still going. For a moment there, I thought something happened because everything went tummy, then died, then...
Hang on. Keep talking.
Weird shit. Let's see here. Fuck. Trying to think here. I think I already talked about how every hooker that I've ever picked up has always had that fucking sob story about needing to get back to their kids or needing money for their kids, diapers, or, it's always about the kids. They usually have like the picture that came with the wallet kind of thing, which they claim is their kids because they apparently all had the same looking kids.
All right, I'm back. I had to get a Rockstar.
Okay.
And some cinnamon Jolly Ranchers.
Oh.
but I didn't know if anyone was sleeping on the couch, so I couldn't really say anything. Plus the beeping and shit, so I was like, God damn it, keep talking.
I couldn't think of anything to talk. I just went for about 30 minutes.
Yep. I think a dog was on the couch, but I don't know if anyone was sleeping there, so I didn't want to say anything to wake him up or anything, because
Yeah.
I don't fucking like
I
humans.
still don't know why the fuck hookers don't just say, "Look, I need the money for crack. I'll give you head."
Because,
why is it always about the kids? Are you trying to pull up my heartstrings? Look, this is a business transaction. At least be honest what the money is going for.
yes, that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to. I don't think I've ever paid for hooker sex.
I paid once. And that was just because I wanted to eat someone out.
Usually, what we did was because we were traveling with fucking Puke and the gang. So what we did was we would find whores and we would pay for them to feed us and like house us. Which worst houses you can ever, fucking cockroaches everywhere, dude. Fucking crawling on me when I was sleeping.
Your hookers have houses?
Hovels.
I always just assumed they slept with their dealers because I never saw one actually go to their own house. But
It was a hovel, probably a squat, but then we get sex for free.
oh, that's nice.
I heard some woman talking about one night stands on television. Just whatever. Not something I really think about because I don't really watch that much television. But she's talking about how every time somebody has like a one night stand on television, they always talk about how, well, am I in love with this person or not? When they should be talking about, I hope I don't fucking get a rash.
Yeah, you should be talking that. Did I tell you about the one time I paid to eat out a hooker?
No, but you can tell me now as I drink a Rockstar.
Okay, hopefully you can keep it down. Because it started off as typical, fucking, saying, she'd give me head for her family. Like, no, I want to fucking eat you out, And I was able to knock $5 off the bill because, it was me pleasing her, not her pleasing me.
Nice.
And fucking we park at Lowe's while everything's closed. And I go down on her. And first off, it smells like she hadn't bathed or washed her crotch in like years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this rancid stench that was like permeating everything to the point where it was beyond dead fish.
Yeah.
And I still went down and started eating it out. And she's like, ooh, baby, yeah, I might actually let you make me come and all this shit, And I'm feeling her boobies while I'm doing this shit. And fucking, I don't know if she faked the orgasm or not, because, I didn't have my fingers inside her too much because, I knew they'd be stinking anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get to see if there was any, like, contractions going on. But anyway, she went and she gave me a kiss on the lips, but she did not French me. She's like, I would have given you a better kiss, but, So even she was admitting she knew it was rancid.
Yeah, you're better than I am because I had that experience and I pretty much lost anything. It was just like, yeah, can we just say we fucked and just call it a night? She's like, yeah, I'm not really that interested. And so I went and fucking found a better girl.
Oh, yeah. And one thing I do remember was she was wearing this pair of like sweatpants that had a hole in the crotch.
Did yours have acne though? Did yours have acne down there?
No, she did not.
Okay.
She was shaved, not like, shaved bald down there, but it was like, the fucking, sporty kind of shave, which I was actually surprised for.
I don't think I would have done it though.
Yeah, but it had been a while and I really wanted that. and I could always just please myself,
Just fucking
afterwards.
no. What I would have done is been like, okay, I'll do it, but we're buying some fucking Febreze first. We'll spray that home.
That would have been the way to go. I mean, if it would have happened during my party years, this happened, while I was in the throes of getting my separation going and everything.
Yeah.
I was already separated from the ex-wife. I just,
I was just realizing we have a viewer, or we had a viewer. I don't know if we still do. But
talking about Mary Jane Rottencrotch might have scared him away.
No, viewer ran away.
Yay, the viewer ran away. Boop, 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 boop. Ding, ding,
Bye-bye,
ding.
viewer. Shit. For some reason, I just got really startled. I don't know why. I startle myself sometimes. I remember one time you were talking, and I had a weird vision of me strangling you.
Why did you want to strangle me?
I don't know.
I want to know what I did so I can invoke that image again.
You didn't do anything. You were just talking. I just had a vision of me strangling you.
Oh, fuck. I got to get back to writing those lyrics sometime. I don't know if I get back in the mood. Because there's a story, okay? I was really high one time, and my one buddy was just looking at me with this face, and the first thing that crossed my mind was, I could turn that face into a piece of murder art. But I don't want to kill you because you're a very good friend. So I came up with this line that, just because I want to kill you doesn't mean I want you dead. And, I wanted to build a song around that. Just me trying to explain to my friend how I think he would look really cool as a murdered corpse, but I don't want to kill you. Oh, boy.
Someone with a very confusing name added me on Google+.
Yeah, they like you. They think you're something. I don't know. Or maybe they're just friend whoring. Add me, and I'll add you. That you add me back because I need friends. Because friends.
But yeah, it was fucking weird. As you were talking, and then I had a weird vision of me strangling you. I was like, that's weird because you didn't do anything to like invoke malice.
It was just the fact you think I would make the right gurgly sounds while being strangled.
Yes, I have very weird. Like I had one dream, or I had one vision. I was at a restaurant, and someone was serving food, and I was like, I'd really like to just throw this plate in your face. I didn't say it, but that's what I thought. I was just like, I would really just like to. I don't want to fucking waste the food though. That's the problem. But I would love to just throw this in your face and watch you die. Just break it and throw it in your face. I have very violent tendencies sometimes.
Or at least a violent imagination. I would love to see this happen. But there's this one thing that's holding me back. It's because I'm friends with you, or it's because, I want to be able to come back in this restaurant or bar or your house. Even though I did some pretty rancid shit to friends just joking around. Oh my God. There was a thing where it's like, it takes my one friend, I remember overhearing this as he's trying to introduce someone to me, like they were walking up to my room and I didn't have any music on or anything. And they're like, it takes a certain type to be Jim's friend. And like, he just went off on this spiel about like how I will piss them off. And this friend of mine, I'd stolen off of him multiple times. And some of the times it was like, can I borrow this? And they never get it back. I mean, he'd steal off of me too, but it was usually he'd steal my porn, which to me, I had no real concept of how much the porn actually cost because I stole it off my dad to begin with.
Nice. No, I think it does take a special type because you say what's on your mind, so
See, I
you're gonna.
know it took me years to figure out when to shut my mouth. And sometimes, even whenever I'm like at work or something, I'll accidentally blurt out half a sentence that was in my head before I realize, oh shit, that should have stayed in my head. Then I look around to make sure no one was around.
Yeah, I made a comment one day about I heard this child screaming, and I made a comment. I think we were at some like fucking Starbucks or some fucking yuppie place. And I made a comment. Oh, I hope they're torturing him. And someone was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, did I say that out loud?"
Oh fuck! There was that day we were surrounded by posers at fucking Eaton Park, me and the girlfriend. We were just fucking talking. This time it was on purpose. So we were talking, trying to make it sound like we were keeping to ourselves, but we were talking loud enough for them to hear us. So we degraded them, because this one guy was acting all pussy whipped before he even got, entrance to the panties.
The only time I've ever acted pussy whip was when I clearly recognized that the female was A, awesome, and B, capable of murder, and C, joking. So I was like, okay, I'll be your fucking slave.
Mm.
That was fun.
See, I might have said this story, but it's about how I lost my pants.
She fucking like walked me around like by my neck and shit. Like we were just fucking joking. People was like, "Wow, you finally like managed to like rein him in." Then I beat him up. Did I tell you? Did I tell you the my favorite puke story is about how he met my friend? Name not disclosed because of various things. She is this fucking diva girl who wears like fucking pink everything, but is into grindcore and shit. So like basically looks like your worst fucking vision of a pop fan, but is actually awesome. But she was at this local show, and Puke was really, really drunk. He was like, "What are you fucking doing here, pink bitch?" She's like, "I'm here for the show." He's like, "You fucking here for your band? You're fucking here for your man? Because you don't fucking look like a metalhead." 10 minutes later, he's on the floor, bleeding and possibly with a broken arm. He goes, "You're my kind of woman." Yeah, she basically, this little short chick, like 5 feet tall, beat the fuck out of him.
That's always fun. That's nice. That's when you know you gotta keep her.
No shit. Because yeah, she looks like, Hannah Montana on crack. But yeah, yeah, you told the pants story, and I always thought it was hilarious.
I tell you, like, while I was fucking her, I kept saying, "Yes, mistress. Yes, mistress."
I don't think I've ever done that.
I was fucking blitzed. She plied me with the drink real good. I was to the 121. She gave me money. I went out, got the beer, and she gave me half of it, and it was a lot of beer. And
Nice.
she kept feeding me more and more until I was blitzed, and we fucked. And then I said, yes, mistress, and all this shit, and she stole my pants. And I remember trying to hook up with her the next day before I found out she was the one that stole my pants. And then whenever we found out she was the one she stole my pants, that's when we sent the crack whores after her.
I think people are always like, because I basically have no fucking life, and so people like, why do you want to hang out with them? Or are you fucking trying to get in their pants? This girl, you're trying to get in their fucking pants. I was like, no, they're just fucking cool. But yeah, don't. Whenever you see someone like wearing pink at a punk show or a metal show, they might beat the fuck out of you. So insult them
Yes, that's what makes it fun.
and then film it, or have
Oh,
them
yeah.
film it. Have them film
Especially
it.
the part where you're bleeding on the ground, fucking coughing out your own teeth because you accidentally swallowed a couple.
Yes, while this fucking short bitch is like just standing over you with the most innocent look on her face with bloody hands.
You see, it's funny. I see these videos online of these chicks fighting, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is the awesomest chick fight." It's like, dude, it's just a fucking slapping match. You want to see two chicks fighting? Wait until one's got like a broken arm, two broken legs, and the girl that's winning the fight pulls down her fucking pants just so she could take a nice long piss on her face.
You want to
Okay,
see?
that is a chick fight.
I mean, people always talk about how women are so weak or whatever. I'm like, really? I've seen smallish women beat the shit out of, punks, punk guys, no less. People who take no shit from anyone, and 10 minutes later they're fucking bleeding on the fucking ground with their
Coughing up
heads.
their own blood.
Yeah. And by the way, I was one of those people because I made the mistake 3 days ago, 3 days before. I mean, or sorry, fuck, afterwards of pissing her off. And yeah, 10 minutes later, my fat ass was on the fucking ground going, "Did that really just happen? Did that really? Did I really just get beaten up by someone who looks like a fucking Disney princess?"
See, it's been a rule of mine since I was a kid. Of course, I kind of outgrew the rule because I got old. But back then, I would refuse to date chicks unless they could kick my ass. And it worked out pretty well because any chick that kicked my ass, could fucking withstand me and was cool as fuck to hang out with usually. Whereas the girls that couldn't fucking annoyed me and fucking did stupid shit.
I had a rule that, oh god, I had no fucking standards for a while. Like, I dated fucking hardcore Christians and shit just because I was fucking. Those were my lost years. Those were like a year after my fucking friends all fucking dissolved, either died or fucking went off to fucking college. It was fucking 2012, and I was fucking, fucking nothing to do and fucking just roaming the earth. So I fucking fell for anyone who would talk to me, and yeah, that led to several weird relationships. And finally, you just kind of look in the mirror and go, "What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck do you see in the mirror?"
You know what I mean, figuratively, you cunt."
No, I did not take it figuratively. I had to take it literally because I have to
I
shit
know
on
you had. I know you had to take it literally. I know you did. I was fully expecting it.
You've done it so many times this episode. I just had to finally cave in and say, dude, I gotta fuck it up at least. I gotta make fun of the blind kid.
Now you know I want to.
Would you like to buy a lantern?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I should have done that. I could have fucking beat someone to death with it.
Yes, you could have. Well,
okay.
it was on fire, leaking the oil on him, catching on fire.
It's okay. I have plans.
Don't worry,
for
I'll put out your fire. Then you spit your acid on them to put out the fire.
Well, there'll be other opportunities to buy lanterns.
Or steal them.
True, but still, I have plans for this fucking soap. I'm gonna use soap as a fucking murder weapon.
Yes.
Yes.
Then you start seeing, then that's whenever at your next level, you're like, I'd like to put one rank of my skill in craft soap making.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. I have to kill Scott at least once.
I'm actually drawing up the fucking non-player characters, NPCs, and I actually have one of them worshipping Time Cube.
Yes.
And
Like I said,
it's a human hybrid. It's a humanoid crow is pretty much what the race is.
Yes.
So just keep that in the back of your mind every time they say, and you were educated, stupid, in nature's for harmonious for simultaneous daytime cube.
I asked a couple of my friends about who we should include if we were to include any musician characters.
Oh boy, we're gonna have to actually break up my notes whenever I get into that mode.
And yes, they all agree that Jinx Dawson should lead some fucking evil cult. But that I should be fucking allied with her, but Scott should try to, Scott can do whatever he wants, but yeah, I should fucking ally with her and be like, yay, evil cult. And then we fucking,
The worst part is this. I kept seeing how I would have played that character as I was helping you make it up. And, like, I know that the way I would play it is not the way a newbie would play it. Because it would just been, like, the most brutal thing ever.
oh yeah, because I'm so soft. I'm a little.
It's not that you're soft. It's the fact that you're fucking wet behind the ears, boy. You don't know how to fucking do this yet. Once you get into the groove, you'll do some pretty fucked up shit, I bet.
I have ideas.
Also, I drew up a commoner, which is like the most pitiful NPC class there is. But he's going to be a pig farmer.
Name time back, Daryl.
Huh?
Name time back, Daryl. Redneck fuck.
Yeah, I'm going to try to actually... I'm actually going to play him as a character to see how long he'll last in the camp. And I'm going to take strict roles for him and everything just to see how long he lasts before he dies.
They have an idea for disemboweling Marilyn Manson.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you must pull a Guar on that one.
Dave Mustaine fronting a church group.
Okay.
And of course, Guar.
Yes.
I actually talked
But
to.
you won't meet Guar until you go to the Outer Plains.
I actually talked to Danielle Stamp on Facebook,
Oh, cool.
better known as Slimenstra.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Well,
I guess the audience wouldn't know.
Audience, if you're not a Guar fan, get lost.
Yeah, there we go. And then we lost our one viewer.
No, better. If you're not as big as a Guar fan as I am, i.e., you know pretty much every character and who they were played by and what albums and what they did, then fuck off. So basically, I'm the only viewer in my fucking thing.
Yeah, because I used to do that shit, but then I forgot.
Well, I forgot a lot of it. I had to do a bunch of research, but I remember a lot of it. I remember Anton Reamcobb. We need Anton Reamcobb for the host. The supreme art faggotry.
The supreme art of faggotry.
No,
Take two.
he was an art fag.
Yeah.
Really now sleazy. We need Guar to destroy the world.
Yes, it'd be the best thing on TV ever.
As long as it's Slave Pit TV. With Techno's cock as the plug.
Mm-hmm. Techno's cock. It fucks everything. Electronic.
Electronic.
Except for that one time he fucked Slim Menstra. But like his entire body was inside that.
Well, hey, well, that was that was her revenge for hypnotizing her into marrying him.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was a beautiful day.
You're all fucked up on that rock.
Yeah. Here, smoke some of this toxic waste. You know what? Whenever I was dreaming up the band Mottler with my one buddy and shit, we were working out the mythos and shit, and like after we saw Guar, I got into him and shit, which really refined the idea because we were going to do something like what Guar does, But at the time, we didn't know that's what Guar did. But after we saw Guar, we knew that's what Guar did, and we refined everything. I came up with this concept for this one monster called Hydro, which is a giant fucking Hydra.
Yeah.
But the thing was, it would hatch from an egg, and its egg was nothing more than a giant crack rock. So you'd have to smoke it to heat it enough for it to hatch, and you're fine. And I wanted to cover fucking cracking the egg to hatch it, because it would make even more sense. We're smoking crack now to hatch the egg, which is crack.
And then Gorgor comes out. Oh,
It would have been Hydro.
I know, but I was just saying.
I think it was an interesting concept, but I think the way I wrote it just took it way too fucking seriously for the fucking joke it was. But I was young.
Well, because Gorgor was an egg that Guar found, and Slimenstra wanted to nurture it and, make it all, fucking nice. But Guar fed it crack.
And dead babies.
And and dead baby, and that's where Gorgor came from. I remember fucking Slimenstra. She was fucking awesome.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
The fire dance was always good.
Yeah, that's one of the few times I wish I could see.
Yeah, her ass jiggles real nice.
Mm.
And it is something that it would be like, if this is the last thing I saw and then she burnt me alive, I'd be happy.
I love that. If you ever seen the movie, It's Sleazy. It's time we recognize the truth. All right, I'm gay. Not that truth, you fucking moron. I love that. Or her tampon commercials. She uses a dead sheep.
Oh, yeah.
Full blow tampon. Eat the new you. It's Sleazy is available on YouTube if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I saw it, but I was really fucking drunk.
I've seen it as recent. I used to own it on DVD. It came with it was a box set of, I think it had the Ultimate Video Guarchive. It might have had Rendezvous with Ragnarok, Dawn of the Day to the Night of the Penguins, and It's Sleazy.
Dawn of the Day to the Night of the Penguins.
It was either Rendezvous or Phallus. I know I got Phallus the same day because it was Christmas. Yes, my parents bought me that. They were like, "What the fuck is he on?"
I got Phallus in Wonderland as part of the set that I got. There's a few other videos of it on it. I think Live from Antarctica is on there, but it was on
an MP3 of that.
It was on the second disc of the America Must Be Destroyed. It was all boxed together with America Must Be Destroyed, the album.
Oh, cool.
I was like, I saw that at the fucking store for the $5 bin of all places. I'm like, this is mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't. It was Tour de Scum, the video they did right after Live from Antarctica. Yeah, because that was the one. Yeah, because that was the one with the fucking Morality Squad. See, that's the thing. People like the new left or whatever talking about how offensive Guar is. Don't realize how fucking political and fucking anti-fucking conservative Guar is. Guar's a pretty damn left-leaning band if you fucking look beyond the fucking shock value.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at things like the Morality Squad or Phallus in Wonderland or Skull Headface, that's basically what Jello Biafra. I mean, hell, Jello Biafra was the major. I love Jello Biafra playing the evil major label executive guy. It was so fitting for he was like the punk rock king or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I got that. I got Skullhead Face was the first one I got. Then I got Dawn of the Day and maybe one other. I don't remember. And then I got Rendezvous.
The first time I saw Skullhead Face, I was on several hits of acid.
Nice.
And people's faces just melted. And then whenever fucking The fucking Joby Afro, whoever was playing Skullhead Face, was ripping off his face. It was just doing the most amazing.
Skullhead Face.
It was just doing the most amazing thing with my brain and visual senses and auditory. It's impossible to describe the fucking sheer mutation of all reality into complete shit and rotting filth that was just spewing everywhere through every synapse inside my brain.
Nice. Yeah, Jello played the record guy who became Skullhead Face, and then Scott Kroll played Skullhead Face. And Jello did a really good tribute to Dave Brockie for his funeral. About a 20-minute speech that was really fucking moving. I mean, it wasn't. See, I like Jello because as left-leaning as he gets, he's not fucking politically correct. Because he doesn't fucking know how to be politically correct. I mean, you'd think he would be because of the shit he supports. But, you know, he says fucking retards and all that shit. Hell, he was in a movie called Bikini Bandit Experience 2, where he played an evil porn boss. Bring me the retards. Bring me the retards. Can you see I'm important here? Come on, bring on the tards. If I'll link you that speech because it's really interesting just what he says about death and life and about, you know, basically, you know, he doesn't fucking mince words. He said, yeah, it was fucking stupid the way Dave died, but, you know, he wasn't a stupid person just because he overdosed on heroin. And he was talking about how, not to change the subject about Guar, but I'll get back to that. But you remind me of when he said Jello. He was talking about how, to him, most deaths they teach you a lesson. Like when one of his friends died in a house fire, his other friend from a band he signed to his label said, "You know what? I'm gonna buy new smoke detectors." When Jello's dad died of cancer, he goes, "You know what? I'm gonna fucking get a colonoscopy." Just to make sure. You know, each fucking death teaches you something. And, you know, Dave's death teaches you, A, moderation, B, if there is some sort of spiritual being or any kind of higher power, it fucking sucks because it took Dave Brockie away. Fuck you. Fuck you, God.
That's great.
Fuck God. You know what? Anyone who's willing to take Dave Brockie away and is willing to keep Dick Cheney doesn't fucking deserve my worship.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to describe, but Dave was one of my main influences for fucking getting into music, for wanting to be a singer, for wanting to be a performer. So, you know, I was very. I mean, you know, I know it sounds like, oh, you're just fucking celebrity worship, but I've talked to him online and shit. He was really cool. We were gonna meet. We were planning on a fucking meeting when he came back to the state. You know, when he came back to California. Seems like it happens a lot with me. Where, yeah, dude, we got to meet next time you go to California. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
It happened with Seth.
I never talked to him. Everyone I know that has talked to him say he's really cool to fucking hang out with and shit. You know, I've talked to other members of Guar, but, you know, I didn't get the chance to talk to the man.
Just to put it in perspective, he talked to me online for not an insignificant. I mean, he was like, "Oh, dude, it's been great talking to you. I gotta go fucking do shit now." And I was like, "Okay, you know, talk to me whatever." And we fucking talk, and you know, not for that long or whatever. It wasn't like, you know, but still, it was like, wow, I'm fucking talking to my, you know, guy who fucking got me into music. And like I said, we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to fucking meet when you come to LA. Oh yeah, dude, that'd be fucking awesome. Yeah. Oh, you're dead. That happened to Seth Putnam too. I was talking from Anal Gun. I was talking to him, and we were like, he was like, hey, why don't we fucking meet up when you get to when I come back to LA? And,
see, that's the curse now. You can't fucking talk any other musicians into fucking meeting you because you will kill them.
Right? I've done that with two. Fuck. Yeah, fuck.
You're cursed.
Well, there's another curse that I've told you about. It's the racing curse. If I've talked to you the night before a race, if you're a racing driver and I've talked to you the night before a race, or if I fucking picked you to win, you'll either dominate or you'll do horribly. There's very little in between. Like I picked one guy to win a race, and he won both races the weekend. But then again, I picked Christina Nielsen to win the championship. She finished second in the championship and second 4 times in the season, never winning a race but finishing second. So close. But I picked a guy to win a race the night before. We went to a race and I talked to him, and we were talking about how I was a big fan of him from his fucking old racing days, and I watched all of his fucking old races. Crashes on lap 2.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, the Elliott curse is you'll either do so well, super well, and really impress, or you'll fucking just lose it all. And
It's
people,
been lost, and then people died. The end.
pretty much. But yeah, fucking, I was fucking gutted when Dave died, and that's when I decided to break up with my old girlfriend that year because I realized she wasn't fucking for me. It's weird that unrelated thing could fucking trigger that trigger, but it was just like, you know what? I'm fucking wasting my life. So I fucking broke up with her. That was last year, of course. But she's like, "What? Why aren't you fucking talking to me? Why aren't you talking to me?" I was like, "I just don't care anymore." Dave's death has taught me to not waste my life, so I'm not going to waste my life. But oh
Or
look,
if you
there's
do
dogs
waste your
outside.
life, at least make it entertaining.
Yep. But yeah, I'll send you. God, I have a lot of shit to send you now, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh well. You'll be here for a while. You'll be like, "Stop sending me links, God damn it!"
Oh my god, there's 37 links. What do I check out first? Oh my god, it was kitty porn. You fucker, now I'm going to jail. You blind
There's
ass whore.
you fuck. There's a band called Kitty Porn, and someone actually uploaded it to YouTube. I was like, "How did you get away with that?"
Kitty
That's
porn.
what I want to. Kitty porn. I watch cat porn. It's porn for cats.
Okay.
I never understood catnip. It works for cats, but doesn't work for humans. Like, oh god, I didn't tell you this story about Bob.
Bob.
Okay, picture the most moronic, druggy, fucking brain dead idiot you've ever met, but times 1,000.
Oh, you mean Bob? Who was one of my best friends for the longest time till he.
Oh shit! Oh really? So one day we come back, uh, Puke and I, with substances, and he's sitting there. And I said, "Hey Bob, how you doing?" "Good." "What are you doing?" I mean catnip." "Why are you? Why are you eating catnip?" "Cause I heard it gets you high."
Okay.
No,
Nah, we'll be fair in this.
I
Oh,
only,
God.
it only works for cats. Oh. What a fucking Neanderthal.
See, we were looking for different ways to get high before we found steady drug dealers. And we'd go up to this one fucking funeral parlor that had rhododendrons out there. And we'd pick the flowers and smoke them.
Nice. We used to
Smoking
steal.
rhododendrons.
We used to steal formaldehyde from funeral things and fucking make our own drugs with formaldehyde in them,
Woohoo, formaldehyde.
and like embalming fluid and shit. And we Puke stole a coffin. I'm hoping they used that to bury him in or whatever they did with his body. But he
The
once stole
stolen coffin.
Yes. Yeah. He stole a coffin and was just like, "Hey, look what I got!" And I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" It was not a casket.
Oh,
It was not a casket. It was a coffin. There's a difference.
oh, great. Another white panel van in the news.
What?
Apparently, the guy driving a white panel van exposed himself to girls outside of Pacific High School.
Nice, nice. That's how you live your life.
And go to jail.
And expose yourself to prison men.
Who are going to anally rape you constantly for every second of your life.
And my friend went to prison. He said he never got raped.
It depends upon what you do and who you piss off.
I went to prison for 10 fucking years for something that he claims he didn't do, which would be armed robbery and assault with a deadly weapon.
That sounds like fun.
Well, how do I know these people? That's what I'm wondering. And I knew these fucking people. I fucking hung out with them for 3 years and still fucking semi-correspond with them. And I'm wondering how I knew these fucking people.
You see, I know how I knew these people. Who fucking did a bunch of shit and are like, I can't fucking. It's bad whenever someone says, my health's deteriorating. This is wrong. That's wrong. I think I might have cancer. And you know that they can't go to the hospital because they'd get ID'd.
Yeah.
So it's like, it sucks to be you.
It's always bad when a guy who's done prison time, not the 10-year guy, but a guy who's done some jail time goes, "I'm sorry, Blindy, I just can't fucking know you. You depress me. You depress me and scare me." And I'm like, "Thank you." But yeah, the guy was in prison for 10 years, starting when he was 18 to when he was 28. And he said prison was actually kind of nice. He said they didn't fuck with him because of what he did, and he said there was no there was very little violence because most people were just like, I just want to fucking do my fucking time, or people were like, I've got life, whatever. And there was a lot of fucking just fucking doing drugs.
See, I was just talking to Narca about it because everyone I know that went to jail, they said all you gotta do is remember you're not there to out hard anyone.
Duh.
All you do is just fucking do your time.
Yeah.
And leave it alone. It's whenever you start doing fucked up shit like trying to out hard anyone, or if you get put away for being a pedophile or something like that, that's whenever the fucked up shit starts happening.
Yeah, there's this whole stereotype of people going into prison trying to out hard someone and, getting like the kill someone tattoo or whatever,
I mean, there's fucking people in prison that, do that, but you would have had to have fucked up much harder than what most people go to prison for, to go to that kind of prison. And on top of that, it's like...
And most of the fucking violent criminals, the disturbed violent ones, are fucking put away in solitary.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's incidences and shit, but I tend not to really believe those prison reality shows and think they just kind of pick the weirdest things or the worst, or maybe even just outright fake. I mean, they don't always.
If it is real at all, what they probably did was get a bunch of rival gang members on the same cell block. And then throw in a couple of the crazies.
You didn't hear about that, did you? 10 years ago, I guess, there was actually investigation of police playing little games with the prisoners. Something my uncle admits to and tried to fucking justify. But what they would do was they would let a gang member out of one cell and let a rival gang member out of another cell, and basically orchestrate it so they meet and then a fight breaks out and they just shoot them.
Oh, lovely.
Oh yeah, they were fucking caught playing that game. But don't be in a gang.
Sounds like a wonderful game. It sounds like a wonderful game to play. It's called gambling with people's lives.
No shit. See, that's I could never be in a gang. I mean, I guess I was in a way, but it was not a formed gang, or we didn't have a leader or anything.
Hierarchy.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to be the leader of that, but yeah, it was just basically a bunch of people, basically who, you come from a good home. What are you doing? Fuck you.
I came from a horrible home, and I turned out great.
I came,
Everything was
I came from a home that's superficially good, but on the surface, but if you look underneath it, fucking stifling is all fuck. Like, 'cause they don't fucking care if you're fucking, you know. There's fucking problems, but no one fucking looks at that. People just think because we have a fucking Mustang, we're fucking happy fucking family and we're all fucking rich.
I would love to see how you would have handled my attic. Even though you wouldn't have been able to see a damn thing that was on it. So I know someone would have been like, okay, let's fuck the blind kid. And they'd look up the wall and start reading articles that I had hanging up from the Weekly World News. I could just see your brain melting after I fed you 6 hits of acid. And someone started reading you this shit.
If I am able to,
Feelings.
if I'm able to procure acid, okay, if I'm able to ever procure acid and take it on this show, I want you to find articles from the Weekly World News and read them.
Oh, God. They're hard to find online because they fucking stopped print before, like, the internet really.
Oh, they're back.
They're back on?
Yeah, they're online now.
I know they got a fucking Facebook group, but I haven't seen them post any of the old articles or anything.
No, I don't know on old articles, but yeah, they're actually back. It's a online newspaper now, owned by Bat Boy Publications.
Awesome. Bat Boy was their money.
Fucking Bat Boy. I want to meet Bat Boy.
As he screeches in your ear.
I just be like, "Oh, shut up for 5 seconds. It's a fucking library."
Space alien meets President Bush. Man makes millions of dollars renting boxes to the homeless.
Space alien meets President Bush. The old president knows what it is. The new president thought it was Dick Cheney. Is that you, Dick? Is that you, Condi? Condi, come here and give me a blowjob. Give me some pretzels.
Of the universe.
Give me some pretzels.
Bluff skill. Put enough ranks in it, and you don't need combat skills. There's a bunch of hooded Klansmen surrounding a single black guy totally naked with an afro, smoking a bong.
Well, I think I said there's a bunch of hooded clams. I think it'd be fucking funny. Clams dressed in fucking KKK robes and hoods. The Ku Klux Klan.
That soon needs to be a meme. Someone needs to start that. If we
Why
get a
don't you
viewer
start
that's
it, man?
watched this long. Because I don't got the fucking artistic skills, fucker.
Where's he gonna insult each other?
Just imagine taking a diarrhea shit on an art canvas. And that's my drawing ability. At its best.
We'll ask Akaza to create it. Then he's slightly better, I guess.
Slightly better. At least it looks like something that isn't complete shit.
Well, whatever you do will look better than what I do.
Oh, of course, you have no fucking concept of the curvature of an ass.
Oh, I do. I just have to feel it.
Yeah, but you cannot draw it.
True, I cannot draw, but I can feel. That was my weird Japanese accent.
And apparently they are now stuffing octopus inside crabs.
Okay.
An octopus stuffed turkey with crab legs.
And you're gonna put that in a woman's tit, and that's gonna be her breast enlargement?
Yes.
Why are my breasts so big and tasty?
And they have tentacles going. Blah, blah.
Oh, dude. The woman had
And
tentacles.
lactating eyeballs. It's like, the eyeballs have the nipples coming out of the retinas. And they're like fucking lactating blood all over the place. And shit.
Yes.
Blood shit. That's it. Bleeding diarrhea kind of fucking, you just got a knife up the ass kind of fucking shit. From the stars on top of the lamb that shoots laser beams out of its eyes as it bleeds. And if there's a
20
spear
years.
in it.
20 years of drug use.
Actually, it was only a few years of drug use. Like, I'd say about, 10 years of drug use.
Yeah.
5 of which was just acid. Well, not just acid, but 5 years I was on acid. That was my drug of choice, man. Oh, God, that's such a fun drug.
Acid's fun, especially when you're blind. Whee!
I can taste the colors, but you can't see them to qualify them to begin with. I know.
You figure out truths, man. You figure out truths about everything. And they sound great when you say them, but what you actually said was blah, 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 blah.
You figured out. I figured out the meaning of life. No shit. It was 100% true. The meaning of life. And my friend was there to witness it, and he agrees. It was the meaning of life. Then I drank the orange Julius, the cigarette butt in it. And then I said, did I have a cigarette butt in it? Then I looked down, and it did. I was like, oh my God, there had a cigarette butt in it. And we started laughing. Then, oh my God, we forgot the meaning of life. And we laughed even harder.
Well, yeah, I remember that one time where you had this thing where you said you talked for hours, and it was actually just you laughing at the stereo.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was talking, and in my drug fog state, it was more than acid. It was probably alcohol, and I don't fucking know. It was enough to engorge anyone's liver. But I remember talking, and I woke up the other day, the next day. I had the most amazing conversation where I talked about the philosophical ramifications of everything, and he goes, no, you didn't. You talked about horses with wings and goat testicles. And then he started spouting gibberish for 15 minutes, then passed out and drooled.
Oh, there's this one time we were fucking tripping hard. Like, we went out camping for a week with my one buddy. And while we were out there in the woods, we're walking around looking for a place to spark a bowl, on this fucking nature trail near the fucking campsite, which was like, a commercialized kind of campsite. And in a national park. And my one buddy that took us to the camping trip was like, you know what? There should be a bench right here so I could sit on it. And my other buddy was like, dude, we're out in the middle of the fucking woods. How the fuck's a bench going to be here? Then we turned the corner around the tree, and there it was, a bench. And all I could think of was how my one friend's words made the bench appear. And it was solid enough for us to sit on. And I just started laughing because his words made it come into existence. And I could not explain that concept. I tried to explain that concept whenever asked me why I was laughing.
Oh, and shit.
I could not explain that concept.
Okay, well, apparently I was wrong. Apparently, the Eagles of Death Metal thing was real.
Yeah, it's on every fucking where, and people are doing webcasts on it. I say we're the light alternative. We can find out about the death toll in it later.
No, I just I didn't think it was real. I thought it was fucking bullshit.
But I told you several sites were reporting it. Now I guess they're starting to get more information. So now even more sites are dumping on it. Because half of them said, hipsters taken hostage. That is a headline.
Yes, it is. And apparently, yes, there are dozens killed. Huh.
Apparently, choosing a new metal band combined with Geraldo Rivera's daughter being displaced there. This is a propaganda and perhaps the start of perpetual Obama presidency.
Okay. Yeah. So why did it? Well, shit. That's
I don't know what. I know the guy's
sorry, I can't think.
sarcastic.
Sorry, what? I can't think anymore. Fuck my
That
brain.
just completely derailed. Should I start reading Time Cube again?
I was gonna make a fucking point.
And you lost it completely because that was very good sarcasm. It sounded exactly like idiocy. See, I know the person who posted it, and I know that was sarcasm because I know they go off the deep end at times, but even they don't go that far off the deep end.
Fuck. I was gonna make a fucking point about how that sucked and how fucking but how it's kind of a pussy band, so But then you fucking did that, and my brain just completely just inverted itself, and all I could think of was fucking goats. Fuck. Oh fuck. Now you fucked my brain up. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't play in France if I were you.
Yeah, I'm gonna avoid France.
The good thing is that these people stay away from the club scene and mainly fuck up the big thing. Like Eagles of Death Metal is kind of a bigger band, so I'm pretty sure tomorrow Hate Eternal and Misery Index will go off without a hitch.
That sounds good to me.
So yeah, sad for those people, and
Clitoris?
that's gotta fucking ruin your night.
Clitoris? I've never heard of that Pokemon.
I know about 3 Pokemon. I only watch it because the fucking police officer is fucking awesome.
Yeah, and if they ever described what she looked like, she was
They did.
for the fan service.
What?
She was definitely done for the fan service.
They did. They described what she looked like. Well, not they, but my friend did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her. I fucking wrote fucking porn fiction about her meeting someone fucking her with a fucking bone and then her dismembering the guy and eating him because she could.
Yay. Fat chick on a pole imitating a fucking turkey on a rotisserie.
That could be, depending on how fat.
It's actually a pretty accurate depiction.
That's what you call too much fucking time on your hands.
Yeah.
What do you want to do today? You want to go shopping? You want to go fucking buy some music? No, I want to go fucking dance on a pole, imitate a turkey on a rotisserie. Okay. Why not? So yeah, that fuck. What's next? What's next in the tragedy department? Seems like this year's just been a year of fucking death.
Which is fucking amazing.
I mean, 3 racers have fucking died. 2 of them I was fucking there for. Yeah, it was a bit weird. Couple more in plane accidents. One of cancer. Uh, three in racing crashes. Then all the fucking musicians that have died. And all the yeah, this year's just been a really year of death.
The year of death.
And yet, and hopefully, it'll be the year of Jinx's book.
And next year will be the fucking year of naked fat bitches.
You mean like last year for me?
Seems like a good year for hookers.
But yeah, she's talking about how many fucking rock stars she fucked. Jim Morrison, even old fucking Charlie Chaplin.
Old Charlie Chaplin. Ooh, wow. I don't know how to qualify that one because that's kind of kick-ass, but old.
Well, he was old as fuck. It was like the 60s to 70s.
Yeah, I know. That would have been like, he's on fucking life supports. That's kind of hardcore.
Alice Cooper was afraid of her and then stole her fucking act.
Lovely.
Because when Coven played with Alice Cooper, have you ever seen any of the old Alice Cooper photos? They were a glam rock band. They dressed like women. They were what they used to call tranny rock.
Yeah, tranny.
And then, for some reason, after Coven did their thing, wow, Alice Cooper's a shock rocker now.
Yeah.
I have my own theories about that. I think you can get my theory by what I just said.
Yeah.
Same theory about Black Sabbath and stealing. Basically, fuck you, Coven rules, and if you don't like it, you can go fuck off and jump off a cliff and die! Die for Satan!
Die for Satan.
Oh, did I tell you the time I fucking screamed? Did I tell you what happened earlier this week?
No, you did not, probably.
This person was reading something, I was on a hangout and kept fucking messing up words such as coherent and vestigial. And finally I was like, for fuck's sake, man! It's vestigial, not vestigial! Can you fucking read? Do you have eyes in your head? I went on like a 45-second tangent about that. Basically, I just wanted to be funny and fucking yell at this guy for being a fucking idiot.
Usually my girlfriend is like fucking awesome about a lot of things. But like the other day, she got pissed off at me because I said, I guess you're just being too, whenever she was doing her character creation, she's like, I'm fucking having a hard time narrowing this down to just 3 choices. I want everything, because your first instinct's to make God.
Yes.
And, when you hit with the reality of limitations, and realize you can't make God.
Yep.
So I told her, I guess I just inundated you with options. She's like, oh my God, quit using big words. Usually she gets what I say. That she didn't know what inundated means. Inundated. Blah.
I don't know what inundated means. I know what inundated means.
Okay, what does inundated mean?
Inundated me with options. You gave me fucking cascaded with options.
Also, it's pronounced inundated because that's kind of how it's spelled. But okay.
But it's pronounced inundated, which you would know if you weren't retarded.
Of course, I'm retarded. Inundated.
I just like how fucking snobbish I am about that. It's pronounced. You fucking next you're gonna say tomato. Next you're gonna say tomato. What the fuck is a tomato?
Tomato.
Tomato.
Maters of Doom.
There is a band called Bacon Warrior.
Bacon Warrior.
They had a demo.
Delicious.
And their lyrical themes on Metal Archives: food attacking humans.
Food attacking humans.
I know they had a song called Diabolical Apple. Almost as good as the band Killer Refrigerator, which has When Fridges Rule This World. Um, God, I don't remember the fucking. Hang on, let me just look it up. Let me look up the fucking song titles. We can have a chuckle over them. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
Well, I
I'll
don't
just
want to
look
do it
at
now.
ass.
All right, talk about ass for 30 seconds.
That is a fat ass. Those are some nice small titties. That bitch looks old enough to be my mom. I'd bang her though. That bitch looks young enough.
Of course you would.
I'd bang that too. That's some young titty. There's another fat ass. And another one. That's a really abused cooter. Very abused.
Killer
She looks like
Refrigerator.
a crack whore in panties. What was that?
Killer Refrigerator. They have 2 releases. I'll just read you the song titles from reverse order because it's easier to read from reverse order of both releases.
Okay. And
When Fridges Rule This World. Let's look at some of the releases. Let's look at some of the song titles from reverse order because it's just easier to read from reverse order. So fuck you.
okay, there is a fucking panty shot with boobs against a fucking shower. And she's masturbating with a carrot.
They have an anal cunt cover called "They Went Back in Time and Voted for Hitler."
Oh, lovely.
When fridges rule this world.
Yeah, you said that 8 times.
Microwave Massacre.
And that's a gaping hole.
Fuck you, it's Fridgemas.
Holy shit, like the upper half of her body is portioned like, an average sized girl, but then her legs and ass are like they got fucking sagged with like 18 billion pounds of fat.
I'd still fuck her. Dueling Blenders.
Fascinating.
Zombie Chef from Hell.
There's a chick in the bathtub.
Bed, Bath, and Beheaded.
That kind of fit.
Freezer Burn.
Ooh,
Not that good. Remote Slayer.
Remote Slayer.
Iced by the Icebox.
You sprayed the ice box.
Iced by the Icebox.
Okay.
What's in the basket?
Apparently someone's making surgery marks.
Appliance Violence.
Sandy ass.
Live by the toaster. Die by the toaster.
Live by the toaster, die by the toaster.
Attack of the Killer Refrigerator. Somebody actually wrote these songs.
I'm actually impressed with this one. This chick's taking a selfie of herself silhouetted, completely nude. Like you can see the nipples and the fucking fact she doesn't have any panties on. And in the caught in the fucking angle she's got in the doorway are 2 kids crying.
Yours is so much better than mine. Mine is just stupid jokes about refrigerators.
Well, that's because I'm looking at porn.
You are so fired.
I'm fired for bringing up interesting things.
The fridge and the power it holds.
There's a bow tie on that ass. Like literally, like they tied the bow tie around an ass.
The hell with cancer. That's not that good.
Okay.
Slave to the Easy Bake.
Easy bake oven.
Killer Refrigerator versus Godzilla.
Versus Godzilla. I guess everything's better with Godzilla.
Shower Thrashing Death.
And then the chicks on this side, he and his fucking
Slay
sleazy.
Station.
Yeah, those are some fucking huge jugs.
All right. Fuck you. That's the end of the fucking thing. I thought it was funny the first time I saw it. Of course, I was whacked out of my fucking head.
Yeah, it's a gimmick, and it was kind of humorous.
It's
But
actually
really,
not. It's actually not bad music. It's thrash. It's fun for drinking beer and fucking saying fucking all lot because I can't fucking think of any fucking thing else to fucking say.
and this chick went up and said, "Hi, Mom," hugged her, and then the moment she sat down, her left boobie fell out entirely. And now she looks pissed.
I think it'd be funny if her whole breast just fell off and she's just bleeding and fuck. That's what happens when you have fucking leprosy.
Yeah.
Your left tit just fell off. Are you
Well,
turning
his
into a
buddy's
zombie?
nickname was Leper Boy because he was always chapped and like he was skinny as fuck. So like we always say he's gonna fall apart one day. And even now that he's like 25 years older than when he first earned that nickname, he's still skinny as fuck. We don't know how he does it.
Oh, I was gonna say if you like lost touch with him and like you looked his name up and man falls apart. I think that'd be hilarious. Oh shit, we were right. All right. Should I
Oh
feel
my
bad about
god.
it?
Oh my god, this set of tits is so fucking huge. And they're natural, okay? I could tell they're natural.
Mm-hmm.
They're so fucking huge. There's like veins popping out all over them. And like this is the face of this chick can't be over like 23.
Yeah, my older girlfriend from last year had very big breasts, but they were older and so they were fucking like yeah sagging, but they were quite big.
And these are like real veiny boobies.
I've gotten myself into some weird fucking situations in life.
Haven't we all?
I think you and I are kind of ahead of the curve on that one.
No, I fucking did some crazy shit with
I did
shit.
too, but I also like got to know some. I mean, I fucking dated fucking 37-year-old when I was fucking 20. So
Yeah, I dated someone half my age and someone, well, not quite half my age, a little bit over. And then I dated someone just a little bit under twice my age.
I dated someone over twice my age. So fuck yeah, I'll fucking have you beat there.
And I was in my 30s for both instances.
And you dated someone like 20 years old in your 30s. Nice,
Yeah, I did like 21-year-old. Yeah.
nice. So it's always funny because an older man can fucking go with a younger woman, but when a younger man goes with an older woman, they fucking like throw shit at you. It's like, really, people?
You get a taste of experience and learning the ropes.
Yep. And then you get to talk with her at night, and you get to find out that the Illuminati and Adult Swim are trying to teach your children not to believe in God.
The Illuminati and Adult Swim are trying to teach you how to not believe in God.
Trying to teach children not to believe in God.
Yay, let's teach our children.
Remember, these were my lost years.
Oh, God, my party years are my lost years because for everything I can remember, there's at least 100 things I don't.
Well, I mean, by my lost years, I don't mean like the things I can't remember, but the years where I was like literally lost and had no fucking direction. So I just dated anyone who would fucking look at me. And yeah, I dated some weird ass Christian for a year and a half who was 17 years older than me who said, yeah, the Adult Swim is collaborating with the Illuminati to teach children not to believe in God.
Oh, boy. You see, there's my fucking pussy ass kid years. Then there was my fucking degenerate teenage years where I got in the metal. Then there was my fucking post-college party year, my college years, then my post-college party years. Wait, it was college years, post-college party years. Then I had kids. Then I went homeless after and lost rights to my kids. That's why I was brainwashed in the cult. And now we're here. I guess we'll call this the Metal Gate period.
The PTR fucking weird misanthropic fuck you years. I'm in my. I want to be somewhat like these are my. I would still party if I could, but I can't right now. And I found what I want to do for the rest of my life, but I'm really fucking bad at it years. Basically, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna enjoy life until I die.
Just try to enjoy it while you can.
I don't plan on having kids though. It doesn't seem for me. I wouldn't fit into fucking normal society. I'd fucking like drop the kids off in kindergarten and fucking wear like black metal t-shirts. Hey, yours, Tommy's dead. No, fucking, I wouldn't name my kid Tommy, but you know what I mean. You're Tommy's dad, aren't you? Yeah.
This
What
kid
shirt is?
chick is fucking skinny as a rail, and she's calling herself fat.
What an idiot.
I'm a fucking moron. Someone needs to fucking shoot bitches like that. Reminds me of my ex-wife, 6'2", 85 pounds, wanted to lose 20 more. She kept saying the fat's just rolling out everywhere. It's like, you're a toothpick. You're a fucking toothpick. Fucking eat something.
6'2".
Yeah, and 85 pounds.
That's fucking tall. Wow. But yeah, that's fucking tall.
Yeah, that's my ex-wife.
I don't think I've ever dated a woman who's 6'2". If I dated a woman the same height as myself, I'd be like, hello.
She is black.
Yeah.
I did like the way her body bended when we fucked, and we did have decent conversations.
Girl I'm dating now is black and she's like 5'1".
But she was also fucking psychotic with the fucking anorexia and fucking ruined my life in ways I had never dreamed possible.
Yeah, as I said, the girl I'm dating right now is black and she's 5'1". So my ex was black and she was like 5'9". So
Here's the funny thing. I wish my ex-wife absolutely no harm, even after all the hell she put me through. Because I still want her to do well so she could set an example for our kids, even though neither of us have rights to our kids.
So you want her to set an example that they'll never hear about?
Well, if they ever decide to look either of us up, chances are they'll look up Mom before they look me up, if they even bother looking me up.
Not to get personal or anything, but just out of curiosity, because I've thought about this before, and I don't mean to fucking, trigger or no. If you were adopted, would you look your parents up?
That's a hard question.
Yeah, I know. I don't mean to. It's just.
Because some people are into that, others aren't. And I know it's a fucking crapshoot. It's 50-50.
I've thought about that for years because I've heard about my friend was adopted but didn't give a shit, especially when he found out who his parents really were. Crack horse. But I know people who do and people who don't. I think it depends on I think it depends on the reason and shit like that. I don't know if I would or not. But then I don't fucking consider my family my fucking family. I consider them just people I fucking live with. I just fucking, I'm me. My dogs are more family than anyone else.
Yeah, everyone's more friendly than everyone else. I'm starting to get hungry here, so I'm going to ditch out. If you want to fucking do the D&D thing in about a couple hours here,
Yeah, in a couple hours that would be great, because probably after my dinner.
Mm. Yes, food would be good. Re-energized, get hyper again,
I'll get another rock star.
get 6 more. It'll be
Actually, I'm
fun.
gonna actually I'm gonna take a fucking nap.
And do a line of cocaine.
Yes.
All right. I'll catch you later. Have fun.
I won't.
All right. And like I said, just get in touch with me whenever you fucking wake up or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Have fun.
Yay. All right, and with that, let's see what time it is here. That's an interesting question, actually, that I've been wondering about for years. I just wanted to, because I've also been wondering about if you were to, you know, do a bunch of drugs and well, how would you host a show? Probably much more competent than myself. And having said that, this has been Political Trendy Radio episode 40 for the 13th of November 2015. A lot of ones in there. I've been. No, fuck. You can email me at ellinthemood@gmail.com, facebook.com/political trendy radio. Just my mom asking about the Eagles of Death Metal thing. And then, as much as I joke about it, it does suck that extremists have to ruin people's fun, even though I don't fucking like the band. It's pathetic, really, that you know. But email is ellinthemood@gmail.com, facebook.com/political trendy radio, Twitter's PT Radio 666. For Jim, for Eric, for Chris, I've been Elliot. If the terrorists don't fucking get me, I'll see you on Monday. Bye.